Chris.
I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
It's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Just life. Life, 22-year-old, 23-year-old young men.
Yep.
Sometimes life happens. Nick isn't here with us. Nick's cameras aren't here with us also, so the production might be a little bit iffy.
Nick, we miss you. We hope you
bear with us.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick's going through some stuff. Drop a W, Nick, in the chat and in the comments,
Please. Yeah.
please.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll kind of get into why we were gone and where we've been and all that stuff kind of at the end. We'll just sit and talk for a little bit. But we're doing an NBA top 25, under 25. Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to be talking about Victor Wembanyama's greatness and the Western Conference playoffs. Before we get into anything, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Road to 10K. We're about a 10th of the way there.
We are.
So
a little over it. About
over.
11.5%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look, it's so fucking good to be back. I will say one thing, being away from something that you enjoy doing is it just makes the heart grow fonder. So I missed the shit out of this. I'm very happy to be back doing this. I missed all of you guys. Yeah, man, it's good to be back, and it's good to be talking fucking sports.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. This top 25 might incite some arguments. I mean, for the most part. By the way, just want to let you guys know on how we're going to do this. It's a consensus list. I will tell you guys like who had people the highest, who had people the lowest, and all that stuff. But overall, I took a consensus list, so there wasn't any confusion in terms of all of us just going, here's our 25 each person, and then go from there. We'll just talk about each of the guys and where we had them ranked. So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, there wasn't too many differences with our lists. Not many differences with our lists. But are we ready to jump into this?
Oh yeah.
Get right into
Let's
it,
get
man.
back into
All right,
it.
so obviously I'm going to start at 25 because I'm going to hold y'all for some suspense. I can't English. It's been a minute. All right, here we go. So at number 25. Oh, also, I need to preface this. The age that we're using, obviously the under 25, is as of this recording. It doesn't matter if in 2 days they are going to turn 25 years old. It's as of this recording, so keep that in mind. All right, here we go. At number 25, we have Denny Avdia. If you redid this list 2 months ago, probably would not have had a shot at making this.
Yeah.
But Denny has been on an absolute tear over the last 3 months, I want to say, since the turn of the calendar year, and he's been unbelievable. I had him the highest at 22, and Tom had him the lowest at exactly 25. Yeah, I mean, he's been amazing for the Wizards. They need it because they are lacking, severely lacking long-term building blocks. So for him to finally come into his own, figure this whole NBA thing out, he's been a great defender for a long time now, but for him to figure out his offensive game now, it's huge, and that's exactly why he's on this list and may only go up in years to come. Any thoughts?
I play Ortiz in 2K every now and then, and when we do random, so sometimes get the Wizards. Ortiz doesn't miss with Denny Avdia. I swear to God. Bro, last time
That's
we
such
played,
an Ortiz thing.
Last time we played, it was Wizards Blazers. I was the Blazers. Bro, he beat me by like 50. Like, it was insane. It was really crazy.
That's crazy.
But shout out to Denny. Like you said, he's a great defender, insane rebounder for his position, and the offense is coming along. He's one of those wings who could just finish plays. I mean, over the past month and a half, he's shooting a ridiculous percent like towards the rim. So, yeah, shout out to Denny.
Yeah, I
wish my
originally
Bulls
had
drafted him.
Jaime Jaquez here, and then I was looking at one of your what?
No, I just made a weird noise
Oh.
in my body.
Interesting.
Sorry.
That's fun. So I had Jaime Jaquez, and then one of you said something about Denny. So I went and looked, and I realized he really has been on a tear, his scoring wise, and his defense has been there for years. So yeah, shout out Denny. Denny made the cut.
Yeah, I mean, I actually originally had Jaime Jaquez at 25 as well. But then I realized that I didn't have Denny on my list and how great he's been over the last few months. And I felt like a fool. That needed to be corrected, and Denny deserved to be on this list. At number 24.
Yeah, I struggled with that thing. I'm not gonna lie.
This was we had a little bit of a difference on this one. And number 24 is Tyler Hero. The highest we had him, 19. You had him at 19, Tom, and then Chris didn't even have him on his list. So he ended up coming in here at 24, and for those that weren't ranked or weren't on someone's list, I just gave them a 26 instead of 25, obviously trying to average things out, so it came out to be incredibly fair all around. I just wanted to make sure that was a known thing as well. But yeah, Tyler Hero at number 24, and I mean, I feel like the low 20s on these lists over the years has been where Tyler Hero has kind of consistently sat. I mean, he's great. He's on a contender. He's a hell of a scorer. His playmaking has improved every season of his career. Right now, he hasn't been healthy this season for much of it, but we know his importance to a Miami Heat team that just never seems to go away. So, yeah, I mean, Tyler Hero at number 24.
He doesn't move me. He's always hurt. That's why I left him off my list. It's just, I don't know. When we're doing these lists, you said it's a mixture of potential and, like, where they currently are. So I'm thinking about, like, when I hear potential, I'm thinking about, all right, I'm starting my franchise from scratch. And I'd just rather have 25 other guys, you know?
That's fair. And
he'd probably be my 26.
Okay, so it was fair that I gave him the 26 there. I will say I didn't want to factor potential too much into this, but I felt like it was a useful tool to have for guys that are this young. I feel like I did like a 75% production, 25% potential. I feel like you had to be somewhat productive for me to even put you on the list. Like, I'm talking extended periods of time in the NBA where you've been a damn good player, or at least a productive player. So it left a few guys off the list that I'm sure we'll talk about in a little while. But yeah, I mean, look, he's been a damn good player for a while now. I couldn't keep Tyler Hero off of my list. But yeah, you had him the highest.
I did have him the highest. One thing about Hero that I think sets him apart from the pack a little bit is a lot of the guys on this list, especially at the bottom end, don't have a lot of playoff experience, so you don't really get to see them there. And again, they're super young. That's not really a knock, but because he does have it, I think it elevates him a little bit. And he's been good in the playoffs. He hasn't been like this super big playoff riser, but he's been solid for a really good team that's come pretty close to winning a championship. So yeah, I couldn't leave Tyler Hero off.
Okay. Now we have a tie at 22 and 23. Overall, the averages came out to the same thing, and it was 22.3 for both of these guys. I'll say that number 22 and number 23 is Jalen Johnson and Anthony Simons. These two tied with the same average. Chris had Jalen Johnson the highest at number 20. Tom, you did not have Jalen Johnson ranked. Tom had Anthony Simons the highest at number 20, and I had Simons the lowest at 25. Real quick, I'll say a couple things about both guys. Anthony Simons, in the similar mold to Tyler Hero, I just think he's a slightly worse version of him. You could say they're exactly the same. I wouldn't even be bothered by that either. But I don't value the volume scoring overall, that mold, that build, as much as I would others. But they're like Hero and Simons are so damn good at it that I had to have the both of them on my list. But I took Tyler just a little bit ahead of him. But Anthony Simons is an absolute bucket and probably the lone bright spot on a consistent basis for the Portland Trail Blazers. Outside of that, I love the mold of Jalen Johnson, the type of role player that he is. He's a jack of all trades, could do absolutely anything on a basketball court. And, yeah, I mean, I had him, I think, around 22, so exactly where he is on this list. But, yeah, I mean, I value the type of role player that he is more than I value the type of player that Anthony Simons is.
Yeah, and I think he has all-star potential that those guys might not have. Like a Tyler Hero and an Anthony Simons, they'd have to be on some crazy shit scoring the ball
that's fair.
To be an all-star. Jalen Johnson doesn't need to score the ball like that to impact the game in other ways and be an all-star caliber player. And I just think guys that size, that move like that forcefully, like it was definitely a potential thing with Jalen Johnson, but like I think he's going to be a multiple-time all-star in his career. So
he's already been productive too. We've seen that as a great role
in a
player.
limited role,
As a great role player on a team that may not be that great at the current moment, but we've seen him as a productive role player. So, Tom, you had Anthony Simons the highest at number 20. You seem to value the scoring guard
So yeah,
deal.
I just think Simons is a guy that he's averaging what, like 23, 24 a game this season. He could go up to like 26 a game or somewhere around there. So I just think that's a pretty big discrepancy. Like, that's a lot of points, you know. But yeah, Jalen Johnson, terrific all around player. Can't really be mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, also Simons. It should be mentioned that he's turned into one of the best high volume 3-point shooters in the entire NBA, and that means something.
Playmaking's
in a
getting
league
better
that's
too.
Ruled by shooting. So, but yeah.
I think Ant Simons is one of the worst defensive players in the NBA.
That's
this
exactly
year,
why I had
according
him
to
at
like
25.
EPM.
That's exactly why I had him at 25. And Hero slightly above him because they're both not good on defense, but one of them is just significantly is close to the bottom tier. But he is such a bucket that he still deserves to be on.
Yeah, he's second worst in the league in estimated defensive plus minus.
That's
Only Omer Yurtseven is worse than him.
Shout out Omer. Nowhere near this.
Trunks
list.
goes. Well, Tom did mold his game after these prolific scores. To be fair, yeah, I mean that's true, man. I only concern myself with one thing on the court, and that's buckets. You guys know
Yeah,
that.
I mean
so.
he's taller than Anthony Simons too, which
That's kind of crazy.
that is
And he
very wild.
dogged me,
Yeah.
Pause, man.
bro.
No.
Come on. No, I always think about that.
That's-
Like,
Remember Ant
same.
Simons? They asked him, what's it called? If you could suck your own dick, would it feel more like getting your dick sucked,
did this
or
who the
You never
fuck asked
seen
him that?
like one of those like street interviewers? You guys never
No.
seen that?
That's
Oh my God, let me
crazy.
pull it
That's
up.
insane.
It's actually amazing.
I was, oh man,
How
that's
did,
crazy.
how did he even respond to that? Is my real question.
awesome.
He said it depends how good you are.
That's a great answer. Of course. Oh, I was gonna say, is this where Pete chimes in though?
That's amazing.
But no, what I was gonna say is, I always think about, you know, you drop yourself in like these hypothetical. If I were in an NBA game situation, like if I were in the NBA, I'd be a guard. That's insane, bro. I don't stand a chance.
No, it's so funny because on like men's
You
league
know?
teams, you're just the biggest man. on the
Yeah,
court.
exactly.
So, oh man.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is crazy to think about that. It really is.
Right?
Just how tall these fucking dudes are. Like it's.
I'm taller than Dwayne Wade. Imagine me matched up
You're about
against
to say,
Dwayne
I think you're the
Wade,
same
6'4",
height as you,
6'5",
yeah,
whatever.
But, no, it's insane. It's wild. It's wild. There's a reason that they're in the NBA and we're not.
True.
I gotta find this.
All right, so real quick, we have another tie, but it's between three guys this time. For the 19, 20, and 21 spots, they would all be tied for 19 with a score of 21.33 with an average ranking. Oh, my God.
He said it depends on how good you could do it, and they put a mixtape.
me. That's crazy.
And they put what, like a highlight reel?
Yeah.
Right after
That's
it.
perfect.
Yep. Those are the best, man.
Oh, I
Those
love
really
hearing
are
that.
the best. All right. So I'll do it in this order as to like which guy got ranked the highest and as opposed to the lowest. So so the person with the lowest high end ranking is Jonathan Kuminga. And I put him at 20. That was the highest of the three of us. Tom, you put him at 23. Next up, with the lowest ranking of the three, is Keegan Murray. I had him the highest. I had him at 19. Chris, you had him at 24. And then lastly, the third guy in this three-way tie, Kobe White. Chris had him at 19. I had him at 23, the lowest. As I said, the scoring guard, but I thought he was the best of the trio of Simons, Hero, and himself. So I
I
had
think
him
Kobe
highest
White
of
could
the
run
three.
a team.
Yeah.
Like they're Tyler Hero and Simons more so than Hero too. That's why I have Simons ahead of Hero, because I think on that combo guard spectrum, those guys are closer to point guards than shooting guards. But like Kobe White can run an NBA offense. You know what I mean? Like obviously, his best trait is I guess shooting off the dribble and his speed and his shot creation ability. But Kobe White could run a team. You know.
I agree. I'm with you on that. But overall, there were some guys that I just value the archetype more than anything else. But all in all, I will just say the guy that I had the highest of the three was Keegan Murray. I absolutely love Keegan Murray, and he's already developed two elite traits in the NBA level. He's become one of the better perimeter defenders. He's incredibly versatile in that regards, where he could guard 1 through 4 and some 5s. And he's a hell of a shooter. One of the best spot-up shooters in the entire NBA. And Jonathan Kuminga, I mean, look, the nickname speaks for itself. He's the cum bucket. So
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, his archetype is something that I also value incredibly highly.
Yeah.
These big wings is something.
So you
that I
guys are higher on Kuminga than Jalen Johnson?
Yes,
Yeah.
You too?
I am ever so slightly.
I think the biggest difference from Kuminga to Jalen Johnson for me is Kuminga, I think, is better at just getting whatever he wants in terms of scoring. Like, I just think
Yeah.
he can hit tougher shots and
Yeah.
get to his spots better.
I
The
trust him
thing for
defending the
Jalen
bucket.
Johnson for me is the playmaking gap between them. I think Jalen Johnson's a pretty significantly
yeah.
better playmaker
He is.
than Kuminga.
He is.
But
Kuminga
yeah.
gets tunnel vision
Yeah.
sometimes. He looks to get buckets and get strictly buckets, but he's improved a lot as a defender on this team in both help defense and on ball. And obviously, I mean, he really is just an absolute bucket. Since the Warriors have unleashed him, I think he's been averaging over 20 since
something, yeah.
he entered the starting lineup or something like that. He's been ridiculous. He's been unbelievable. Which is the only reason why I put him slightly ahead of Jalen Johnson. But yeah, all in all, three-way tie between the three of those guys. Anyone you want to speak about in particular of those three?
No, I think we
Or
pretty
fall
much,
through.
like I said, Kuminga, he could be higher, but it's just that his success has come so recently and consistency has been an issue for him, and I do think a lot of that was just him being held back. So I think we'll continue to see it rise. So if I was projecting more, I'd probably put him higher, but no, I like him where he's at. Kobe White's been hooping too. I mean, he's gotten better.
37 the other night.
He's been unbelievable.
No, he's
They
gotten
lost
better at everything. Like that's what separates him from the rest. And who's the other guy?
The other guy was Keegan Murray.
I knew I was forgetting one. Yeah, I like what you said about him having two elite traits. He can shoot the shit out of the ball, and he plays really good defense. And again, he's another guy that he gets a little more like shot creation. He's going to be a real problem as like a 3-level scorer. I would love to see that.
He's turned into a damn good mid-range shooter
Yeah.
as well. Keegan, I've loved Keegan since he came out. I can't say enough good things about him. So, but yeah, all right. So we will move on from that trio right there. All right, this was a little low in my opinion. I was shocked to see him here. At number 18, we have Evan Mobley. I had him the highest at 16, which only 2 spots ahead, but you had him the lowest at 18, Tom, so I'm assuming you had him at 17, Chris. For me, I only had him a little bit higher because I value the defensive side of the ball as much as I do, and recently he's actually been shooting the ball pretty well. But all in all, for me, the problem with Evan Mobley and why I can't put him higher is just the lack of growth in his game over the years. Like, he came in and he was automatically a defensive menace. That was the first thing that he brought to the table. And then we all kind of just expected this, like, massive offensive jump in due time, but
Set
I think
him
we've
up
just
for
come to
failure,
realize.
bro. They
Exactly.
Set him
Yeah.
up for failure, bro.
I think we've come to realize this is just what Evan Mobley
I
is.
always said that. Like, I like Evan Mobley's game, but I mean, goddamn, he was getting Kevin Garnett comparisons. Like, let's slow down.
Yeah,
like, especially with Spider going there. Like, it was so obvious that he just, last year and this year, it was so obvious that he just wasn't going to take that offensive jump that everyone really wanted him to take. And that's okay. Like, he was top 3 in DPOY last year. Like, he's a damn good player. And I still think there is room to grow. I've said it for the longest. He'll hit his full potential when he's a full-time 5. You know, he'll be able to do more offensively with more space around him and Jared Allen not clogging the lane and such. So,
Although Jared's been phenomenal.
yeah, Jared Allen's
Yeah.
been great. It's just
Mobley is a 5.
those two together just isn't going to win championship.
Yeah, that was my reasoning for having Mobley as low as I did. I just think the guys ahead of him have obviously, except the couple of rookies, but have gotten significantly better at pretty much every aspect of their game. And while he's still a damn good defender, and yeah, it may not be all his fault, he just hasn't taken that offensive leap that everyone's been hoping he would. So just a little harder to put him above some of those guys.
The other guys just have so much more responsibility. I
Yeah.
know Mobley has a lot of defensive responsibility, but he also doesn't playing with Jared Allen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the other guys have so much of a fucking load on their plates offensively every night. So,
Yeah, they definitely get a better chance to showcase what
Right.
they can do.
Yes, I agree. All right, at number 17, next up we got Franz Wagner. Chris had him the highest at 15. I had him the lowest at 18. Just the jumper. I'm waiting for that to consistently show itself. Franz has proven he's effective in every other facet of the basketball game, so I mean, that's the only reason I have him at 18. The most valuable asset in the NBA right now is shooting, and I'm just waiting for that to come around. He has a good-looking jumper.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that's not really a concern for me because I think as Orlando like gets more spacing on the roster, he'll get cleaner 3-point looks himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's great. It's that simple.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's really good. 6'8" wing, can play defense and shoot. Like you said, that's the
I
dream
don't know what
archetype.
Trunks is talking about in the chat. Big girthy wings. Imagine pulling
Oh,
up to
that's mine.
family dinner and it's just a big load on your plate.
That's insane.
Yep, that's
It's like, all right, everyone. Thanksgiving's at my house this year.
definitely not a trunk. Just pulling up to some crazy shit on my dinner plate
Oh my
at that
God.
point. But yeah, now Franz Wagner's a beast. Definitely deserves to be on this list.
Yeah, I think the shot will come along, like you
that's
said. Once
my
they get better spacing around him, yeah, it'll definitely come
He'd
along.
be
I have
significantly
faith that it
higher
will.
for me if that jump
Yeah,
shot was
yeah.
falling. All right, at number 16, one of my personal favorite players, Alperen Sengun. I had him the highest, just one spot ahead at 15. Chris, you had him the lowest at 18. I mean, it's not like we have a massive difference, but
I'm not a fan of having Sengun over Mobs, honestly. I just think Sengun's been such a liability defensively for them. Like, obviously, I'm not going out of my way to really watch Rockets games, but, like, how do I word this? Like, the way we perceive Sengun isn't what he really is. Like, I see Rocket, because I'm all over Rockets Twitter, because I
Right.
talked to Tori Eason's mom that one time. But, like, I'm all in Rockets Twitter. Like, half the fan base doesn't rock with Sengun. And it's, like, it's surprising to me. But, like, they're just on two completely ends of the spectrum. There's he's going to be the next Jokic, and then there's he shouldn't even be a starter. Like, they're really divided.
That is
But
quite a spectrum, yeah.
I'm like right in the middle of it. Like, he's a good starter, but
He's not the next year.
I don't know if he's really an all-star player. I just think like his skill set's really good, his offensive skill set, but he's just such a liability defensively. Like, he could really get picked on defensively. And he doesn't have what Jokic has, that super long wingspan and those super quick hands that make Jokic, like, Jokic, obviously, I think at this point we could call Jokic a good defender, but, like,
thank you for saying that.
what's
Yeah.
made Jokic hold his own on that end of the floor is his long wingspan and quick hands, and Sengun doesn't have that. He's slow on his feet. Like, he's just really alive. And come playoff, like, obviously we haven't seen him in a playoff scenario, but come playoff time, I'd rather have Evan Mobley manning my defense and let someone else figure out the offense than have Sengun and not have a rim
Yeah.
protector.
So you'll take Mobley's liabilities
Yes.
over Şengün's
Yeah.
liabilities.
So for me,
And age.
the only reason that I put him over Mobley is because his offensive talent is legit. Like, he's a damn good
Yeah.
passer. And if I were to trust someone to develop something, I mean, look, he's a solid position, like, post defender. No, he's not phenomenal. He doesn't have amazing foot speed. I expect the defense to continue to improve as it has. He is not as massive of a liability as he was coming into the league, obviously. But all he needs to do is get that to average or slightly below average with the offensive talent that he has. So,
I don't know, man.
all in all,
I don't know if
and they still have a great defense, right?
I don't know.
That's not their problem.
Yeah, I don't know if average is good enough for me as a center. I mean, you saw how long it took me to come along on Jokic. Like, Jokic had to win the damn thing before I fucking came along to Jokic. Like, I don't know. As a big man, you just, like, you got to
That's
be
the one
able to
spot you
man
can't
the
be a
paint.
liability.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
No, I get
Especially
it.
in the West
fair.
with all these guys. Like,
For them to, but
you'll have to go into a series and guard Wemby, and then in the next series protect the paint against John Morant. Like,
Yeah.
you have a lot on your fucking plate defensively,
lucky, yeah.
a big load on your plate
For me,
as a
it's like-
center defensively. Like,
but for me, it's their problem isn't defense. They're 7th in defensive efficiency in the
Yeah.
NBA. Like, with him playing as many minutes as he plays. So
but that's the thing,
Right,
though.
but
They will
yeah.
yank
Take
him.
here.
Like, they
Yeah.
yank him from time to time because he's getting cooked defensively.
yeah, but they can't score.
No, I know that. I'm not saying
can't
it's the right
score.
thing to do, but sometimes it's so bad that, like, if he's having an off night offensively, he has no value. Like you have to yank him because he's giving stuff up on the other end.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I don't know, but he's such
I
a
don't
hub offensively for them, especially when I've watched the
He
Rockets
is,
games,
but then
especially
he's
recently.
not. Then there will be games where he's not, and it's just like,
Well, because they also
Shit.
have like, for them, it's you need Jalen Green to be.
well, yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
a
But
that's
that's
a whole
another
other
issue.
thing. He's not on
Someone
the
that
I
list.
was gonna
should
say
be
I was
on the
looking at
fucking
his
list
name and I'm
he's
like,
not.
oh, I feel like he should. No, why am I putting him on the list?
Exactly, and that's an issue too. Like Jalen Green is supposed to be a guy that they're relying on.
DJ talking about
consistently
Şengün.
scoring.
Yeah, we're talking about Sengun versus Evan Mobley right now. I don't know. It's definitely close. Like I had them back
Yeah.
to back. I just
and it's
like
weird.
I'm thinking like come playoff time, like who do I want to be my 5? I like it's Mobley for me. Like obviously, like I said, like it's close. They're one spot ahead,
Yeah.
but like I pick Mobley like 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like without even thinking for me.
I think I'm
don't
trusting
know.
that Şengün's defense is going to come around and at least be solid, and that's just where I'm.
I don't know. What do you
I
guys think in the chat? Sengun or Mobley? I mean, it's really picking here. So,
Mostly.
but,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sleazy.
yeah.
I
What
don't
do you
know if
guys
he's
think?
responding to that, but
Sleazy says Şengün, and that's really all we need to know. you know?
yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's offense versus defense. That's
Yeah.
literally just what it is. So, all right, next up. I was intrigued to see this guy this high, and I'm happy that we put him this high. I actually had him the lowest, and I thought I would have him the highest. It's Brandon Miller. Chris, you had him the highest at 13. I had him the lowest at 17. I mean, he's already proven he's got an elite trait, and it's the most important trait in the NBA. It's shooting. He's a damn good shooter. He knows offense all in all. He has a far advanced understanding of offense, and his handle's better than I expected it to be. Just Brandon Miller's been I want to say the only bright spot for the Charlotte Hornets, given that another guy on this list that we're going to mention in a little while just cannot stay healthy. But yeah, Brandon Miller, I absolutely love his game and, again, his archetype. So, and I still had him the lowest. So,
Yeah.
Chris, you had him the
yeah.
highest.
I mean, I had Brandon Miller lower on my draft board. I had him at 4. I had Amon Thompson ahead of him on my like draft board coming out, but I wasn't like one of those guys who said Brandon Miller is going to be a bust. I always thought he'd be a good NBA player, but like he's exceeded my expectations. Like you said, the biggest thing for me has been his ability to like not to just put the ball on the floor, but like his situational understanding of basketball.
Yes.
Like he's a lot more polished than I thought he'd be. Like I know he has the athletic tools, he has the shot creation and shot making ability, but he's a lot more polished than I thought he'd be. And like this is a guy who like you watch 10 minutes of a game he's in, like he jumps off the screen with all-star, all NBA potential. Like so this was really a potential thing for me, but like he's a guy who's going to be a multiple-time all-star, probably make a few all-NBA teams.
Yeah.
Especially playing with LaMelo, if he plays for LaMelo with a long amount of time, like LaMelo is going to help him get even more open shots. Which also like I factored that in, thinking that like if he's going to have LaMelo as his point guard, like that should only help him and let him get to those levels he's supposed to get to.
Yeah, that was my thing with Brandon Miller was you're definitely doing some projecting, more projecting than you did with almost
Pretty
anyone
much
else on
every
the
single
list.
guy that we have on this list.
But I don't watch a lot of Charlotte basketball. Sorry to break it to you guys, to be honest with
They've
you.
been
But,
really good defensively over the past like week and a half.
so I was
like,
looking at, I was like,
crazy good
has Brandon Miller been that good? And then I looked, he had like a stretch of 25, 28, 38. Like it was, for him to come along as a scorer, which for that to be so evident, so apparent, so early in your career is a really good thing. Because when you're, what's he, 6'7", 6'8", and he can move good.
6'9".
Yeah, 6'9", and he's light on his feet. Like the defense, if it hasn't been there, he's gonna be a good defender. Like there's no question
the
about it.
Hornets over the past 10 games are 5th in defensive rating.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who
really
to
like
assume
random.
The hell would have saw that coming?
There's some there's got to be some bad shooting luck going on there or something like that. But regardless,
Some
like,
blind luck.
Nah, Brandon Miller.
There's a reason Paul George is his favorite player.
I was about to say
yeah.
that, and I don't want to say that the comparison is there, but like the comparison really is there. They have such similar games, and Miller's like ahead of schedule, obviously, because Paul George took about a year to get into it. But
Got a pretty looking
Brandon
game, too.
Miller. Oh my God, just his
Yeah, he
future
could
is
go,
super
bro.
bright.
He
Yeah.
could go.
Like I honestly, if you even want to project, he maybe could have ended up higher on this list. But there's plenty of guys that like I could have had here just based on potential alone, but I didn't want to put.
I'm praying the Hornets figure this thing out,
Me too.
man.
Oh,
like
man.
you have 2 cornerstone pieces, dude. Like just do
And
it
like,
right. Like
2 guys that are fun to watch.
fun
too.
to watch
Like,
that
you
will
know,
bring people in.
yeah, like you'll just be depriving
figure
us
it
of
out,
great
bro.
basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do your
All right.
fucking job.
Speaking of the second guy, right in front of him, LaMelo Ball. The highest we had him ranked was me. I had him at 13. Tom, you had him at 15, and Chris, you were right there in the middle at 14. So not much.
Yo,
of a
we
difference.
haven't said Darius Garland yet.
No, we have
No.
Oh
not.
my goodness.
Yeah. LaMelo Ball over here at 14, and I think I could safely say the only reason that we have him this low is the fact that he just can't stay on the goddamn court
Yeah.
consistently enough.
It's really such a shame.
There are guys that I had ahead of him on this list that I would not have ahead of him if it wasn't for
Absolutely.
him and his inability to stay on the damn court. We know he's an elite playmaker. He's an elite shooter, great scorer. And it just frustrates me because, like I said, he's a better player than some of the guys that are ahead of him, but I just can't do it simply because of the fact that the dude just can never stay on the goddamn court. But LaMelo Ball went on the floor, dynamic as all hell.
Yeah.
And that's just that.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say.
Yeah, pretty much had everything. He just can't stay healthy.
All right, Chris just mentioned him at number 13, Darius Garland. I had him the highest at 12, just one spot above LaMelo. Chris, you had him the lowest at 16. Why?
I don't know. I like LaMelo more than Garland. I just think the size is a huge thing there. Like come playoff time, that's really it. It's really just about the size for me. I think they bring similar things to the table, but LaMelo can at least theoretically hold his own more on the defensive end because of his size.
If he's on the court, though, that was my only
Yeah,
reasoning
that
for
was
putting Garland
exactly what I
above him.
was saying,
I have
yes.
them one spot. You know, if LaMelo played more, he's definitely a better player. But
That's what I thought, too.
yeah.
Like, all in all, yeah.
The things that LaMelo, like you said, they do similar things, and LaMelo's better at pretty much everything.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. But
Yeah.
it's tough, man, because, yes, I think he's a better player than Darius Garland. But would I take LaMelo over Garland? Probably not.
Yeah,
just
no.
because LaMelo can't stay on the floor. And granted, Garland just had injury issues this year as well, so I'm not taking that away from him. But look, I'm gonna trust the guy that has mostly stayed healthy throughout the entirety of his
Yeah.
career, rather than the guy that's missed pretty much almost half of his fucking NBA games at this point. So, all right. Next up, at number 12, we got Scotty Barnes. The highest that we had him was you and I at 11, and Chris, you had him at 12. So there literally is almost no difference in this. I love Scotty. Again, this archetype just keeps popping up. I mean, a big wing, but he's a playmaking wing, which is even more
He can do
valuable
everything.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
There isn't something that Scotty really can't do. He's improved the three-point shot so far this season. He had a stretch at the beginning of the year where he was shooting like 40%. It's gone down quite a bit, but still at 34. I mean, look, if Scotty Barnes is shooting 34% with his ability to finish at the rim, to pass, to rebound, to defend, I mean, look, Scotty Barnes' game, pretty damn well-rounded.
Get him some help.
RJ and quickly, bro.
Get him some help.
Any words on Scotty Barnes? Anything we got?
Not really. I think the guy's an all-star. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he
kind of
definitely
speaks for
deserves it. Yeah.
himself. Yeah.
Next up, very high on this list, and I thought I was going to have him the highest. Turns out Chris did. At number 11, J-Dub, Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who this season has just gotten better and better and better and better and better. And it just seems like OKC, for what I questioned at the beginning of the year, was who was the second guy, just fully answered that question. Jalen Williams, at all three levels, is an absolute bucket, great playmaker, great defender, both help defender and on the ball. Man, he is a phenomenal player that I did not see coming to this level. So, yeah, man, like the Oklahoma City Thunder have their duo.
Yeah.
Trio, we could say.
Yeah.
He just complements Shea so well. Like you said, he scores at all three levels. He does it pretty effortlessly. He could get to his spots. He could also create for others, more than holds his own on the defensive end. Like, he really doesn't have a flaw in his game.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
And a guy like that who's so skilled on both sides of the ball so early, like you can only expect him to keep leveling that up and keep getting it better in all aspects. I mean, shit, I think he attempts like 3 threes per game. If he gets that 3-point volume up but still maintains the efficiency, like, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Scotty over him, really just because Scotty's, he just made an All-Star. He just got his first All-Star appearance with his running his own team, kind of. So I gave him that respect. But yeah, man, J-Dub's a problem, and on the Oklahoma City Thunder, he's a big problem. So yeah, shout out J-Dub. No one saw this shit coming.
I only had J-Dub ahead of Scotty because I trust the jump shot more.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was literally the only reason. I feel like every other aspect of their game, they're pretty damn close to
Yeah.
being even, surprisingly enough. But yeah, I just took the shooting of Jalen Williams because he's also just an incredible mid-range shooter too. So I just overall got to take that in my opinion.
Yep.
Next up, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. Highest we had him ranked was me at number 9, and you two both had him at 10. So, again, not much of a disparity, and I think he's the perfect complement to John Morant and the perfect role player in today's NBA, but he's even more than that. So,
Yeah, he's an all-star role player. You don't have to include him really in the offensive game plan for him to be super effective and control a game, which I think is, like you said, it's perfect next to any superstar, specifically a slashing point guard with his ability to stretch the floor. I mean, resume speaks for itself. All-star defensive player of the year. Like, really not much.
Yeah, it just sucks that Memphis is really going through what they're going through. But
Really, I don't even think it sucks. I think it's the best thing that ever could have happened to them, bro. They get the young guys out there. They get another top 5
That's fair.
pick.
so
but-
I was
fair.
about to say
Yeah.
that. They very much have figured out who's
Yeah.
staples of the rotation.
I
from
think-
here on out.
yeah, that's
Like,
fair. I didn't
in
think about that.
GG,
Way. Glass half full.
what is it? It's Vince Williams.
Vince
I think.
Williams,
Williams,
yeah.
yeah.
He's been awesome for them as well. I
They
mean,
snagged Lamar Stevens out of nowhere.
Yes.
Who's been really good for them. Like, yeah, they have some dogs, bro. They're
next
they're
year,
gonna
man.
be good next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Next year, man. This is a scary team next year.
Yeah,
Especially because Gigi has really turned into, like, he's a guy that
Youngest player in the league.
I'm not gonna. I didn't put him on the list, but he was getting a little bit of consideration for me. But it's only because it's only been a short period of
Yeah,
time
yeah.
from him, so I
Oh,
couldn't.
Gigi Jackson?
Yes.
Oh, he'll be on there next year.
Honestly, he might be. So we will see about that one. But yeah, Triple J, just the absolute one of the best role players in the entire NBA. So, all right. Next up, a guy that's very similar to Jaren Jackson Jr. And I'm surprised that we had him this high. I had him the lowest at number 14, and you both had him at 7, and that's Chet Holmgren. So real quick, I'll just say why I have him at 14. There were guys here that have been all-stars, are all-stars, or are just, in my opinion, I had J-Dub above him because the second leading scorer, probably the second most indispensable player on that team, in my opinion. But it was tough. All in all, if you were to project Chet, could be a guy in the future that's averaging 20, one of the best defensive centers in the entire NBA. Yeah, I mean, thinking about it now, I'd probably have him a little higher than 14, but
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14's a little crazy.
14 is kind of crazy.
Yeah, 14's a little crazy.
But look, I couldn't put him above Jaren, especially because that's who you want him to be. Ideally, he's close, but if he's Jaren for you, you're very happy. Very happy.
But the thing is, like, Chet just he does what he does so damn well. Like he's so efficient. Like Jaren is inefficient on offense, which is fine because of everything else he brings you. But Chet's just so efficient. He fits with that team so well, and what he brings on the defensive end of the floor. Like I don't know. I just don't see I don't think we've seen him. The volume may not be there. Like, it's good volume, 17, 18 a game or something like that. Sure, that could go up, but that's still really, really good. And he's shooting about 50% from the floor, shoots well from 3, can run the floor in transition when he needs to. Like, it's just, yeah, I just don't know that we've seen a lot of guys do what Chet can do at such a early point in their career.
Especially before you go, it's like a potential thing, too.
Yeah.
Kind of think of it like on a Pokemon evolution scale. Like, there's Evan Mobley. And then Evan Mobley evolves to Chet and Chet's potential and what Chet could be. and then Chet evolves to top form Victor Wembanyama.
Oh wow.
Like,
Nice.
no, but like in the sense of they all have the three of them have such super high floors because of what they bring on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And then if they could figure, like you said, Chet's already super efficient. He shoots the 3-ball, but like, shit, I think Chet's kind of like, he's not Wemby and he's not 7'5", but he's kind of in that similar mold to Wemby, where if he figures out like the offensive side of the ball and how to really go and get his, like, the league's in trouble.
Yeah.
The league's in trouble. And Chet can move, like Chet can put the ball on the floor, like we said. He shoots the ball incredibly well. And he's already a top 6 to 8 defender in the NBA as a rookie. Like, so I don't know, the floor's so high with him that the ceiling is super high, but just because of how high the floor is.
Let me ask, better player right now, Jaren Jackson Jr. or Chet Holmgren?
I'd probably take Jaren like slightly right now, just because he's done it for longer. But
I made a mistake putting Chet this low.
Shit,
really
man, like you could argue Chet right now though. Like he is a good
that's what I was about to
case.
say.
Like
I agree, but I'm happy I didn't put Chet above any of the names ahead of him. But I will say I probably would put him above some of the guys below him. I will say that. All right, Chris, this is the only one that got me a little upset. I'm not going to lie to you. At number 8, Zion Williamson. I had him the highest at 4. Chris had him the lowest at 11. Chris, there ain't no way you're taking some of these guys over him.
Bro, he just doesn't play, bro. Like, I know he's playing right now,
a lot
but
this year.
Shit, how long do we have? Like, I hate to be this guy, but like, how long do we have until he gets injured again? Like, let me see him make it through one season, like full season, without injury. Let him taste the playoffs. I know I have Cade above him, but
yeah,
I just
Chet above him, Jaren above him.
These are all guys who just have proved to be healthier. Like, I don't.
Oh man,
it's really just a health thing. I definitely could have put him a little bit higher. I definitely could have put him above Cade, but
look, I understand the argument, and I kind of did the same thing with LaMelo. But my difference is like Zion is really just one of one. Like
he is. It's just I don't. Shit, I don't know. Like, if I'm starting a franchise from scratch, I don't know if that's the guy I want to start with. Like, I know that's not the end all be all of this exercise, but like that mattered for me. Like, I might want to take a lesser player because of less injury risk. Like, Zion, in terms of everyone we've said, like, there's the most risk out of anyone with Zion, you know? Like, it's a huge concern. Yeah. Like, I know LaMelo's been pretty injured in his career, but just the way Zion's game is and the way Zion relies on his athleticism, like, the risk is much, much greater with a guy like Zion. I don't know. I definitely could have put him a little bit higher, but
yeah, I
just went off vibes.
I put him at 4 because
like I think 4 is too high.
And I get it, but Zion is just such a special talent and commands so much attention. Like, more than you could say almost everybody on this entire list, for that matter. And that's why I was just like, look, I understand the injury concerns, but look, I'm going to take my shot on Zion over almost all of these guys except for a few. Even the ones that we're about to mention and how great they are, just the ceiling of Zion Williamson, in my opinion, is just that damn intriguing. And it's with a great team right now, too. And he's been playing point Zion, especially recently, more so.
Yeah, the point
Zion
Zion
in a very long time.
Crazy. Yeah.
And that's just the most special blend about him. He's 6'6", 290, and he's just can run point. Like, there ain't many guys in the NBA that even have that level of athleticism, talent, and just overall ability. And it's tough.
Yeah, it is just tough with Zion because, like,
Come to the
you guys pretty much said everything. Yeah, sure. You guys pretty much said everything, but how long does he have at this level because of these injuries? You know what I mean? And how much has it already done? Like, how much damage has it already done to him? You know?
Yeah. I it's tough. It really is. I might have put him a little too high, but
yeah, I could. No, I had him at
Zion,
9. Like,
brother,
I could have.
like-
Yeah, I could have put him a little bit higher, but
peak Zion competing for number 1. So
yeah.
potentially. But all right, here we go. At number 7, Cade Cunningham. Surprisingly, I had Cade the highest at number 7, and the two of you both had him at 8.
Not much needs to be said about Cade.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
Yeah.
because he's really good.
He's such a damn good player. Yeah.
Really good. But nobody cares right now because the Pistons are just so damn bad.
Yeah. Yeah. They're.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Cade,
yeah.
go.
Free Cade.
I hope they free Cade. All right. Next up, number 6, Tyrese Maxey started the season as the number 2 on a team that people were starting to look at as a championship contender. James Harden got traded. A little worried that things would fall off the rails there in Philly. Nope. Tyrese Maxey, here you go. 26 points per game. Efficiently, might I add. So you both had him at 6. I actually had him the lowest at 8. But yeah, Tyrese Maxey has been phenomenal. For
Yeah,
Philly.
just the
Trying
fact
to
that
keep them afloat.
just the fact that he's taken the leap in terms of his scoring numbers and hasn't lost a step in the efficiency, it's remarkable. He's really, really good.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of similar to the Memphis situation. Kind of a blessing in disguise that Embiid got hurt, that he could get these reps as a number 1. And then when Embiid comes back, he has more experience and all that fun jubble.
Yeah.
True.
All right, next up. At number 5, Paolo Banchero. Chris, you had him the highest at 4. I had him the lowest at 6. You're getting to this, it's starting to just split hairs. My only gripe with Paolo is his inefficiency. It's not crazy inefficiency, but for his size, his play style, I would like to see him be a little bit closer to 50% from the field. I think he's at 45, 46 right now. The three-point shot has improved this season as well. He's a damn good playmaker.
You 5 guys ahead of Paolo?
I do.
Oh my gosh. No,
do.
bro. Tyrese Halliburton, you can't have him higher than Paolo on this
Why?
list. Because, like, potential matters here.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on. Paolo has fucking MVP potential.
oof. I mean, look, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But Howie's also averaging nearly 12 assists per game, over 20. Recently, he's, fallen off just a little bit, but he's also dealing with an injury still. On crazy efficiency, might I add. And there's room for more there. Like, he can get to the point where he's putting up MVP numbers and is leading a team with the second best offensive efficiency in the NBA. So, as the engine,
Shit, is there room for more? I'm not saying he's not going to get better, like, as a player.
I don't think
but, like,
much more, but I don't know.
why can't he
What?
average 25? Like, it's
20
just a couple more shots,
I guess.
he could get to 25.
25 and 12 is
pretty
fucking
on like
crazy.
50, basically 50, 40,
It is
90,
crazy.
pretty- yeah,
I
that
don't
is
know,
pretty
man.
crazy.
It's-
That's the only reason I said that. I mean, look. Also, just as I
just
said,
tough, bro.
production
We
matters.
weren't. Tyrese
For me.
was averaging like 28 and fucking 13 in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really even sniffing an MVP conversation. Like, I don't know. He leaves a little bit to be desired on the defensive end. I know that's not really his thing, but it matters a little bit. I don't know. Again,
also
like
said
starting a team
production.
from scratch, like, I'd take Paolo.
I'd probably
Yeah.
take Paolo
Yeah.
too. But as I
That's
said,
fair.
it's like 75 production, 25
Yeah, in terms of
potential.
like who's produced to this point in their careers, it's Tyrese. I'll take Tyrese Halliburton, but the potential kind of makes it a no-brainer with Paolo for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's the only guy you would question, I feel like, above Paolo. Like, obviously,
Well,
right, problems
Zion.
with Zion.
Yeah,
But Zion is,
I get Zion more than Tyrese Halliburton, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I had Zion above Tyrese, so
Yeah,
that was another thing. But yeah, it was super close. It was splitting hairs for me. The only reason I took Hallie, like I said, was just because the production has been ridiculous to this point. Overall, yes, Paolo has the higher ceiling. and I think he will reach that ceiling. But as I said, I just want him to clean up the efficiency a little bit. But I think that will come as Orlando starts to open the floor up.
Yeah, I was gonna say same thing with Franz. Like once they space out the floor for him, he'll get his at a better clip.
Yeah, Paolo's a beast.
Yeah,
He's a beast.
yeah.
So, but yeah, at number 4, here you go, Tyrese Halliburton. I had him the high. I mean, you
I also
had him the highest at 4.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Chris, you and I both had him at the same spot, and it was 5. But it's just I had Powell below him, and I obviously had Zion. You had him the highest at number 4, Tom.
Yeah, I had Paolo right below him, and then
So you had him above, obviously, Zion, and who's the only one I had. And you had him above Powell.
Yeah.
For the same reasons that I.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, he just, like you said, he did start off the year way better than, not way better, but better than he is now. Yeah, that Pacers team. I had higher expectations for Orlando. That Pacers team took me by surprise. I didn't think they were going to be the second best offense in the NBA for as long as they have been. But I think projecting, yeah, Paolo probably will be. No, Paolo will be a better player. No, yeah, because he can do it on both ends of the floor at a really high level.
You project him to be a
Words
great
are tough.
defender. You would
Yeah,
project him to be a
exactly.
great
Yeah, I think
defender.
he will be.
He's got the basketball IQ. You always,
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And athleticism. You always just roll.
Yeah, the rest is effort and experience.
come.
Yeah.
Okay. This top 3 makes sense. At number 3, I'm a little sad that he's here. I wish he was the one spot higher, but I understand why the other guy is. It's Anthony Edwards. I had him at 2. You 2 had him at 3. The only reason I picked him over, I guess we'll get right into it, our number 2, Ja Morant, who Tom had at 1.
Yeah.
And I had him the lowest at 3. Okay, so real quick, I just had Anthony Edwards over Ja Morant because I prefer his archetype. And I think he's also getting to the levels of elite on defense that Ja will never be able to reach. But yeah, I mean, Anthony Edwards is a go-to scorer. We've seen him be very good in the playoffs. We've also seen him be pretty shitty in the playoffs. But for the most part, he's been a great playoff performer as well, steps it up when it matters the most. And as I said, took that jump to becoming close to an elite defender this year. That matters to me. That's why I had him at 2, and that's literally the only reason I had him at 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like you said, it's splitting hairs between the two of them. I don't really care that you had and I had a Ja. I don't know. Ja's just walked in, been pretty much instantly an automatic playoff team, and shit, when the stakes are the highest, that motherfucker comes to play. Like,
yes.
It's kind of that simple for me. Like,
Goes
really,
to show how important he is, too.
really, it just became a dog contest between Ja and Edwards, and I just think Ja has.
He has more dog?
I think Ja has more dog.
I think
in
he's shown that he has more dog.
Really?
I think Ja has more dog.
I think
in
we'll
him,
see
bro.
if
I
think
don't
we'll
know, man.
Bro,
Ain't got that dog,
you know that,
bro.
You know that
Yeah.
song by Drake featuring Yeet? I don't be giving no fucks. That's Ja Morant.
I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah,
It's a parade inside his city, bro, I guess, yeah.
He just doesn't give a fuck. Like,
It's
I don't know,
parade inside
Ja-
his city, man.
Ja just has more dog than him. I don't know. That's what it
I
came
don't
down to.
agree
for
with
me.
that. That's tough. Next year, we're getting a Grizzlies-Minnesota series, and Ant's going to guard Ja.
Oh, they both
Battle
have
of the
a
dogs.
plethora of dog
Right.
inside
Oh,
of
yeah,
them,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
An abundance of
Yeah.
dog.
I mean, like you said, splitting hairs. But the only reason I picked Edwards was simply because his frame and his archetype.
That's fair.
Value that more.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But okay, Tom. You had him at 1.
I did have him at 1.
And obviously, this only leaves one guy.
Yeah.
The number 1 for us two was Victor Wembanyama. Before we get into Victor, Tom, why was Ja your number 1?
It's just like I know Victor is. I don't even know what the word is to describe Victor Wembanyama for how damn, not even good, how unique he is. Like, there's just no proper way to describe it. I don't know, man. Ja's been a all NBA level player for multiple seasons. I'm gonna give him that respect before I put the rookie ahead of him. Even though he's been.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Totally fair.
Yeah.
That's why I hate this I hate doing this list when we don't
Because-
specify just potential or
That's
just
what I was gonna say,
production.
because
I
the thing
hate
is,
when it's a
like,
mixture
yeah.
because it's all up for interpretation. I sent my list to you guys and I had Wemby at 3 at first, and I
Yeah.
was like, Before you guys even sent your list, I'm like, well, I'm a retard for I'm silly goose for having Wemby at 3.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, well, I have him at 1. I was like, I guess I should put him at 1. I don't know. I guess I've seen enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. DJ made a good point. Like, Victor is playing with a hot, steaming pile of garbage and still looks awesome, bro.
His
like,
point guards don't even pass
it's literally like he doesn't get the ball enough, and he still does more than you expect
Like,
him
in
to.
terms
So
of
it's
production
hard,
to this point, it's obviously Ja.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
no question. So.
Yes, I completely agree, and I get your point. But my thing is
that 20% of projection you're doing,
God.
that
That 25% of projection that I'm doing is potentially the greatest basketball player
I can't argue
ever
with that,
seen live.
All right, good. That was our top. Good. That was our top 25 under 25. Moving on. Is Victor Wembanyama gonna be the GOAT? All right.
Wow, the transition.
We're gonna do a which player would you rather start your franchise with? Victor Wembanyama or whoever I say. So for the sake of the exercise, we're gonna do it like how I did the Yao Ming question in the group chat. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
I do.
These players, it's who would you start your franchise with. So you're getting them for a full career, and for the exercise's sake, we're dropping them in today's NBA, today's rules, today's spacing, all that fun stuff. All right.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna
get bad.
Yeah, this is gonna be
This
crazy.
is gonna get rough.
The first name, Anthony Edwards.
He's number 1 for
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I'm taking Victor.
I'm taking Victor too. All right. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I know my answer, and it pains me because I love Shea.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players. But it's Victor.
Yeah, it's
And it's not close right now.
Victor.
Yeah. So for you guys, like, just keep in mind, you're getting these players at their rookie version, and you're getting them for their whole career type of thing. It's like a click simulation or 2K simulation. All right, next up, Jason Tatum.
I said crazy take. I said I'd take Shea over Jason Tatum overall. So, I mean, by default, Victor Wembanyama still. So
Still taking Victor Wembanyama. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Victor too. All right, Patrick Ewing.
Victor.
All right.
No disrespect to Pat, but Victor.
Love Pat, but yeah, come on.
All right, David Robinson.
This is terrible because people are going to get so mad. Because they're like, bro, Victor Wembanyama has done nothing. And then it's just like,
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah, I know. Like,
David Rob, D-Rob wasn't taking between the legs step back threes over people, bro.
Respectfully, David, you also didn't win a title till Mr. Fundamental got there. So, taking Victor.
Yeah, I'm taking Victor.
All right, next up, this is where we might have our first not Victor. Yao Ming. And I'm very adamant about this one. I need to make sure you people understand. This is Yao Ming dropped in today's NBA with spacing and freedom to learn how to shoot threes, put the ball on the floor. 7'6" Yao Ming, who moved extremely well, who went head-to-head with Shaquille O'Neal as a rookie. There's that Free Dawkins highlight video on YouTube when you look up Yao Ming highlights. I'm taking Yao Ming, bro. I'm sorry. I think 7'6" Yao Ming coming in today, like,
It's sleazy.
he's different than Victor for sure. Like, Victor does some things that Yao Ming wouldn't be able to reach, and he wouldn't be able to do. But man, Yao Ming would come in and be the best defensive player in basketball. The way they would use him today, and they'd know what they'd be getting, like, shit. I said it in the chat the other day. He'd be like Brook Lopez on steroids and drop coverage. Like, he'd be the best drop coverage pick and roll defender of all time. There's not a doubt in my mind he'd be strapping that thing from 3. He was stroking it from midi.
Range shooter.
Yeah.
Like, shit, it's close. But I think Yao Ming coming in today, like, he would break the same way Victor's doing, honestly. Like that's why I didn't take anyone else over Victor, because those guys weren't breaking the NBA. Yao Ming coming in today, I think, would break the NBA.
So, like, I think about it a little bit with David Robinson now, thinking, like, his skill set placed into here would be a little different, too, especially because he moved different.
Yeah.
But with Yao, he's a big boy. Like Like he's a little thicker boy, just also because
Well,
he's 7'6". He's 300
7'6",
pounds.
like yeah.
I just think the fluidity of Victor's movements, like, makes the slightest difference. He's faster. He's obviously the more twitchy athlete. Like, this man is unbelievably fluid in terms of how he moves at that size. The handle, I think, is just, sure, maybe it's something that Yao could have had, but just the movement skills, I don't think was replicable for Yao simply because Victor is thinner.
Yeah.
I'm taking Victor. I'm just taking Victor.
Yeah, I see the vision with Yao. I do, but I'm still gonna take Victor just because of the, like you said, the fluidity.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
him.
it's about, are you taking the more advanced movements and ball handling ability, or are you taking, hold on, 4 inches and
It's 2. It's like 1.5.
oh,
2.
2 inches, my bad, and about
those
8.
2 inches matter though. I will
Yeah.
say.
Are
2
you
inches-
taking Victor Wembanyama for his advanced movement and skill set, or Yao Ming for the 2 inches and 80 pounds he has on him?
Fucking Christ. I'm taking Victor. I think the movement is so important in today's NBA. Like,
Man.
Victor can play any defensive scheme, I think. I think Yao would struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I think he just moves better on the perimeter on defense, which isn't a requirement for a big guy, but it gives him a little bit of an edge, I think.
I think he's the more versatile chess piece on both sides.
Yeah.
Of the ball.
Yeah. All right, next up, Kevin Garnett.
Fuck. Oh,
Garnett or Victor? Oh man.
damn it. This is the first one that, like, I'm really, like, I'm still taking Victor, bro. It's 5 inches in terms of height and pretty much the same, like, not the same. Don't.
Wow, I just got a notification. Darius Garland, ex-Kelsey brothers celebrate the Cavs' improbable win.
Wait, say that again?
Darius
That is a
Garland
collab
and
I
the,
never thought I'd
and the
see.
Kelsey brothers celebrate the Cavs' improbable win.
Definitely a
Okay.
Well, they're
collab I never
from-
thought I'd
They're
see.
from Cleveland, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But still, like, I never
Or
thought I'd
Ohio,
see
yeah.
Darius Garland being boys with that.
Oh,
but,
KG or Victor?
okay,
God
I'm
damn
taking
it.
Victor. Their games are kind of similar in a way. KG was doing a lot of this stuff when he came into the league before anybody else was doing it. But 7'4" with an 8-foot wingspan, bro, you just can't mimic these physical traits. They're not applicable in
true.
any other facet.
That's what like if I'm taking Garnett, does that mean I take Yao over Garnett? I don't think I would, so I'm
I
gonna
think I'd take Garnett over Yao.
yeah.
So this is the closest one for me, I think.
I'd take KG here, bro. I think Victor definitely might have a little bit more in terms of the potential because of his size and ability at that size, but KG would come in and like you said, his skill set would translate immediately. He'd be better than
Yeah.
what he was in that era and put up more stats just because guys today put up more stats, but KG had that dog in him.
I was just gonna say that too. I was like, you know what, Garnett did have the
That's
dog
a fair
factor.
point.
I don't know if Victor has that dog in him yet. It seems
It
like
seems
he does.
as though he
it
does.
seems
Yeah.
like he does, but like KG was the dog of the like
Yeah.
The dogs.
yeah, like
KG is who you mean.
he
when you
was
say
a dog
yeah.
amongst pups, you know.
Yeah, I'll take Garnett here.
It's so close for me, as I said, but I am very
We're gonna get
slightly
we're gonna get
leaning
cooked,
Wemby.
bro.
I'm getting cooked,
gonna get
especially
cooked.
because I'm taking like him over Kevin Garnett and shit. Like I'm getting killed.
Was that the
I
last
know I'm
name?
getting killed.
One more name,
Okay.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis.
I think that's where I draw the line.
TJ says in the chat, imagine Victor smacking a forehead chair.
I feel like you can't just take just them. Wait, what? Just one of them over Victor. I feel like it's both or neither.
It's either both Yao and KG or
Well, I
neither
took
of them.
Wemby over both. So,
Nah,
but I don't agree that that's true
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
agree.
Yeah, I'm taking Giannis over.
So you take Giannis over KG?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
the pure
Sweezy says a
dominance.
lot of this is picking Victor just because of his size. That's entirely
Size and skill set. That's
not true.
literally.
That's
no,
also
I
just
think
not
that,
true.
I think it is true.
His
I think
size and
that's a
skill set,
big,
yeah.
big portion of it. But like, he's fucking 7'4".
He's
like,
7'4" and moves the way he does. Like it's
Yeah,
just
that's definitely a big part
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
But it's also just like
His feel, like he has incredible feel too. Like he's an incredible player, but also, like that's his biggest attribute is being big. Like you know?
I just want. I'm just gonna draw the line here. We're not taking him over Shaq, right?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
You just
That's the name I was waiting to hear, and I was like, "Nah, I'm drawing the line."
I
Okay,
actually
just making
have.
sure.
I have one question for you guys because I'm curious as to what you guys would say, and I think I know where you're going, and it's gonna make me sad. But Nikola Jokic.
Shit, I gotta take Jokic. Bro.
Yeah.
Gotta take Jokic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll take Jokic.
Okay, that makes me happy.
It's just like Jokic and KG and Giannis. Like those are short things. You know what I mean? Like
That's fair.
everyone else, it's kind of like, especially the first few guys I said, because those are also younger guys. It's kind of like they're kind of up in the air. You know, like a Pat Ewing in today's NBA, like D-Rob in today's NBA. Like I think he'd be great.
I think
but
he'd be really good.
Yao Ming,
How great?
Yao Ming, it's like it could really be there, but it could also not be there. Like Giannis, KG, Shaq, like those are short. Like those motherfuckers will dominate no matter whatever you put them in.
Yes.
Kind of the same thing with Victor, I feel, though. Like, no matter what, I think Victor would have fucking dominated the 90s, too, honestly. I don't care that it was physical, honestly. It was fake physical.
Physical schmizzical. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah,
who would have dominated that shit, too?
I
don't think Victor will ever be better than Shaq or is better than Shaq, but in, like, 1v1 scenarios going up against each other, Victor would give Shaq some props. Shaq would, like, have a tough time having to guard Victor out there on the perimeter. Like
and Shaq wouldn't be in the paint.
Prime Shaq.
Laker Shaq. Now Orlando Shaq was moving differently.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
Laker
Shaq
was moving a little different.
Yeah, but
too,
like,
but
I don't know. I think Wemby could give him some. I'm not saying Wemby would is a better one-on-one player than him, but like,
unfortunately get tossed.
just
around.
Wemby's skill set.
He would get injured.
Shaq would
like
toss
severely
him
injured.
down.
For sure.
Consciously,
For
it
sure.
would not even be.
I'm saying Wemby offensively. Like,
Yeah.
I think he could give Shaq some.
If you drop Wemby
Make
into
him
the
shake it.
90s and he does a between the legs step back three from like 3 steps behind the arc, they're gonna lock him up. They're gonna throw him in prison.
No, they'll actually like ban him from the NBA.
Yeah.
It won't be allowed. Like they'd be like, nope, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, it's tough. Like the Kevin Garnett one was super difficult for me. I take Giannis over KG slightly, and I take Wemby over KG slightly, but then I take Giannis over Wemby. Bro, this is difficult.
So that's where you
So
kind of think
difficult.
Wemby's gonna fall all time, somewhere between Giannis and KG.
Say that.
It's hard to like commit to that.
Shit, it doesn't fucking matter.
Those are
like,
some.
Nah.
No,
it-
I'm just.
be-
No.
exactly.
First of all, I'm committing to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm fine with it.
But
yeah.
like, it's crazy that I'm giving this kid this expectation of like, you're gonna be one of the 20 greatest NBA players of all time, and that's right now just basing off his rookie season and what I've
You see
seen.
what Trunk said? Trunk said it'd be like showing cavemen fireworks. They'd be petrified.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys picked Jokic though, because
Yeah, nah, it's Yoke.
he's
same thing with Yoke, like more than the other guys. Like Yoke is just a sure thing.
Yeah, the
like,
things that he does are
like
just
I
so
know I'm
effective.
getting
that,
arguably a top 5 offensive peak in NBA history.
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
You know, shit.
yeah.
All right,
That was cool.
moving on. Sweezy said he stopped at
I
SGA.
stopped at SGA.
Nah, I mean, I get it, bro. Like, some of those other guys, like, it's tough with Victor. Like, and also a thing with Victor, too, is, like, potential injuries are definitely, like, for the sake of the exercise, I assume we all just turned injuries off. But,
Yeah.
like, when you're doing these rankings and talking about Victor's future and his outlook and stuff like that, like, potential injuries do have to be a part of the equation just for someone his size and his weight and stuff. But
I mean, it lends well for him, all the flexibility stuff he does, though. Like, he's had some scares that, like, I concerned about, but then it turns out he's, like, good in 2 days. Maybe this dude really is a fucking alien.
yeah.
Like, maybe he really is a fucking alien. So I pray for a clean bill of health for everybody, man. Like, I just want to see everybody healthy, playing their best basketball. And I love the product. So where we're headed right now, we got some different ass dudes in the NBA.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, the Western Conference, look at Sengun's stats right now, DJ says. All right, bro. He has the best game of his career. He has 42, 14, 3 assists, and 5 steals.
God damn.
I'm talking about his defense. Put
All
some
right,
damn
bro.
respect
You
on
don't
his
need to play
damn
defense.
name.
That's fucking hilarious.
Put
bro.
some respect on his name.
Obviously, like naturally, that fucking
The
happened.
night that I'm arguing
You don't
for
need
him,
to play
I love
defense.
It. I love it, Alp.
All right. The Western Conference playoffs, it's looking like a fucking bloodbath going into the playoff race. It might be the tightest Western Conference since that 1 year. I don't know what year it is, but you guys know the 1 year.
Yeah.
650 win teams.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
Suns missed it, and they were like fucking a 49 win
Yes.
team or some shit like that. Whatever the case may be. There's, I'll say, 5 teams fighting for the last 5 spots in the Western Conference. We'll start at the Suns at 6. It's the Suns, the Kings, the Mavericks, the Lakers, the Warriors.
Pels are still kind of in that.
Do we want to include the Pelicans in that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
throw
we
the
can.
Pelicans in there. So there's 6 teams: the Pelicans, the Suns, the Kings, the Mavericks, the Lakers, and the Warriors. 4 of them get in, 2 of them don't. Who gets in and who doesn't? Let's start with this. Let's start with who gets the 5 and 6 seed. Who's safe from the play-in? Who's a lock?
I think the Pelicans stay there at the 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Trey Murphy, a guy that we didn't mention on our under 20, but top 25 under 25.
Yep.
That's a tongue twister.
Sure.
Pelicans at 5 and
Oh, wow. Sengun's doing that to Wemby, too.
Oh, yeah. Shaq's giving him 150 points.
oh boy.
He's getting cooked by
I
Şengün.
mean, shit. Wemby had 10. He almost got the quadruple-double.
Did he really?
He had 10, 11, 3, and 7.
Wow.
Close.
We're getting
close.
there.
Damn
We're getting
close.
there.
Yeah. Go put money
We
on
are
that
getting
shit.
there. We are getting close. Pete, did you bet it, by the way? The Wemby thing?
Yo, Pete. Josh Hart had 14 points. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel defeated.
For context, Pete took him for 15 points, and he had 0 at halftime and ended the game with 14.
You want to hear one better?
Yeah.
Emmanuel quickly, 7.5 boards. He had 7.
Bets that.
No, wait, no, it was assist. Sorry,
Oh.
assist. 7.5. He had 7. They took a stat away and they made it 6, and then he got 1 more assist. So he finished the game with 7 assists instead of 8.
Yeah, you don't have good luck betting.
Yeah.
Don't gamble, kids.
Yeah. So he had 8 assists and got.
You do
one
not.
thing back.
You do not have good luck over there.
All right, anyway, who's...
I'm taking the Pelicans at 5.
Yeah, I'll take the Pelicans. The Suns, it literally just comes down to health. I mean, I know Katie's been healthy all year.
Just got hurt.
Book
Book's
just-
out a few weeks. Yeah.
Oh, he is?
All right,
Yeah.
screw the Suns.
I think.
Y'all dropping out.
At
And
least the
Beal-
week book's going to be out.
All
Yeah,
right,
you can't trust, so...
I'm going to say it. The Lakers get the 6 seed.
Yeah, Suns expect Devin Booker ankle injury to keep him out for a week or more.
Pelicans get the
That's gonna
5.
hurt,
Lakers
bro.
get the 6. That's where I'm at with that. Those are the two those are the
Pelicans,
2 teams.
Pelicans, Lakers?
Shit, it's rough, man. The Lakers are playing some good ball right
Yeah.
now. LeBron's on a fucking crazy stretch, too.
D'Lo's been
Yeah, that's just the
Oh
thing.
my
is
God,
like,
did you see D'Lo last night, bro?
Bro,
Shit.
Bro, he passed it to LeBron. LeBron gave it right back to him. Was like, "What are you
Bruh.
giving this to me for?" And he
Oh
just chucks up
my
a 3.
He
God.
a
That was
crazy
gas.
fucking heat check.
Yeah,
bro.
that
Like,
heat check was nuts.
Oh, man.
Hand in his face. He caught the ball mid-form. Like,
You know what I didn't know? The Lakers are the 7th best 3-point shooting team in the NBA according to percentage, but take the least in the NBA.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's wild. That's a crazy stat.
Yeah, I mean, you have LeBron down the stretch of the season. You're not missing playoffs if you have a fighting chance. You know.
I think
Stay
that,
healthy.
So
I think I could lock the Kings into being a playing team.
yeah,
Playing
I'm with you.
I'm out on the Kings. It's
Fortunately,
just not their year.
yeah.
The Warriors, I think they're too far out to get up to 6. I know it's
Yeah, they're not
only
getting
3
6.
games,
Yeah.
but it's about the amount of teams that are ahead of
Right,
them. Like
yeah,
you have
yeah.
to jump all these teams. So the Warriors, I'm going to lock into being a playing team.
Are you keeping the Pels at 5?
I think I'm going to move the Pels out too into a playing
Wow.
team. I just think
Really.
They're playing some good ball too.
I know they are. I just think the Suns, Mavs, and Lakers kind of know what's at stake. And these next, the last 3 weeks of the season or last month of the season, I think we're going to see the best versions of the
Yeah.
Suns, Mavericks, and Lakers. I
fair.
know it's been rough for the Mavs the past week, like really fucking rough and embarrassing, but I think we're still yet to see the best of the Mavs. So I'm gonna take the Pelicans in the play-in too. So I'm gonna have the Kings fall to 10,
Yeah.
the Warriors at 9,
I thought you asked the 5 and 6.
the Pelicans. I had to go back. I had to go backwards because I didn't prepare. This.
What?
I had to
You
go
asked me
backwards.
5
Yeah,
and
no,
6.
I had to go
Yeah.
backwards. Now I'm too deep in. I have to finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Kings at 10, the Warriors at 9, the Pels at 8.
Damn, he dropped the Pels.
And I'm going to have the Suns at 7. So I'll put the Mavs at 5 and the Lakers at 6. Lakers 6, yeah. So
I'll put you on
Mavs.
the spot. Who's winning your playing games?
All right. I think the Warriors beat the Kings in the 9-10.
Okay.
I think the Suns beat the Pelicans.
In the 7-8, okay.
And then the Warriors beat the Pelicans.
Ooh, okay.
So
All right.
I have my 5 through 8 after the plan would be Mavs, Lakers, Suns, Warriors. Suns, Warriors, yeah.
So I'll go from 10 up.
Oh man, that was really difficult.
Yeah,
It
it's-
hurt my brain a
Not,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
I'm-
is not easy.
Yeah. So from 10 up, give me the Kings at 10. Like you said, I don't think it's their year. Give me Golden State at 9. Like you said, these teams know what's at stake. Just think.
Susie says Mavs at 5 is nasty. I'm a nasty little boyo. I don't know. Bro, it really is so close between all these
Yeah.
teams. It's gonna be like a game or 2 games most separating
Yeah.
them. Like I really don't think Mavs at 5 is crazy if they just
Yeah.
get hot the rest of the season.
So I'll go
Leave me
Kings
alone.
10.
I didn't mean to. I couldn't help it. Go ahead, buddy.
Kings 10, Warriors 9. No. Yeah. Kings 10, Warriors 9. I'll go Mavs 8. Fuck.
It's so rough.
It is so really bad.
bro. Because the Suns is just. Book's going to be out, what'd you say, a week or two?
They said at least a week.
I'd assume probably.
That's just the only thing I worry about with the Suns. You don't want to see the Suns in the play-in if
Yeah.
Book and Katie are there for sure.
And I feel like this isn't one of those things so with Book where it's like, oh, we'll let him rest to the playoffs
'Cause they can't.
I think
You
they
really-
want
yeah.
to avoid the play.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Playing as
So
you can.
all right.
It's
So Kings,
tough, though,
Warriors.
because the Nuggets are the fucking 3 seed right now, but they've been the 4 seed all year. I know you don't want to be in the play-in, but also like I don't want to
Wanna play the
fucking
Nuggets?
play and win my way into the 6th seed to have to fucking play it in Denver.
Yeah, that
for
would
the
really
first round of
suck.
the playoffs.
After we
Like,
finish this, I'm going to ask you guys to give your top 3.
All
What do you
right.
think it's going to end up being 2? I'm actually
So-
kind of curious. Since they're also
Again. What? I'm fucking myself up here. Kings, Warriors, Mavericks, Pels, Suns, Lakers. So Lakers 5, Suns 6, Pelicans 7. I don't know, bro.
So who
It's
you
so
got in your
tough.
play?
These are playing games.
So Christ. 9-10. 9-10 is Warriors Kings. Give me the Warriors. 7-8 is Mavericks Pelicans. God damn. It's Luka and Kyrie for a game versus a deeper team. I gotta take Luka and Kyrie. I'm not betting against Luka in a single game.
and then you have the Warriors and the Pels. Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
Give me the Pels, man. I don't know. I know you have Steph Curry, but I think this Warriors team is. I don't know how long this is gonna last. Like they're 7-3 in their last 10
They got smacked by
by the
Boston.
Celtics. But
Smacked.
Pelicans and Lakers are also 7-3 in their last 10, and between those 3 teams, I'd trust the Warriors the least because just the roster as a whole.
Oh boy, here we go. All right.
Oh Christ, you didn't even go yet. Yeah,
At
it's
number
tough.
10, I have the Warriors. At number 9, I have the Kings. At number 8, I have the Suns. At number 7, I have the Mavericks. Number 6, I have the Lakers, and number 5, I have the Pelicans.
Before you go, Sweezy asked why we're so low on the Kings because they lack aura from last year. Last year they were new and fun.
Light the motherfucking beat.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, you won, go ahead, light your beam. No one fucking cares. Also, too, their offense isn't as good as last year, and their defense didn't improve enough to where I look at them any differently. And 3, in high leverage games such as a play-in game, but also in previous playoff games, Domantas Sabonis has been a shell of himself.
Yes.
So
That and the Kings don't have Steph Curry. They don't have LeBron James and Anthony
You will
Davis.
not
They
have
don't
the
have
best
Luka.
player in any of those
exactly.
games.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Sabonis has been amazing. Fox has been amazing. You will not have the best player in those games.
Right. Yeah.
Just objectively, from an outsider's point of view. I'm not saying that
That's
Fox
just the way
can't
it
have
is,
a
yeah.
better game, but come on, like I'm
Curry 50-pieced them in Game 7. I'm not about to pick them to beat them in the play-in.
So
yeah.
No shot.
So yeah, my play-in for the 9-10 game is the Kings and the Warriors. I'm taking the Warriors, unfortunately. Sorry, Kings again. And then the 7-8 is the Mavs and the Suns.
Oh man,
And that motherfucker Luka just constantly owns.
he does own.
Warriors
Yeah,
and
he
Suns.
does own the Suns.
So of course he's gonna own their asses and take the 7 seed.
Yeah.
So then it leaves me with the Suns and the Warriors. And I know who I'm taking, and it's the Suns. But God damn it, it would be so poetic to see a play-in game between Kevin Durant and Draymond Green. So my 5 through 6, I have the Pelicans at 5, the Lakers at 6, the Mavs at 7, and the Phoenix Suns at 8. Wow. That is
So, Beth, I need playoff basketball, man.
Bro.
too.
Yeah.
dying for it.
Nuggets. Mine comes out to. I don't even know.
Yeah, the top
Nuggets.
3. I'm curious for you guys. What do you think?
Oh, the top 3.
Who ends up being the
So-
top 3 since they're all a half game
God damn it.
separated? Assuming we eliminate the Clippers from
half
that,
again.
which I don't even know if we can. But
39.
They're 2.5
I think
games
they'll. I think they'll separate themselves. So it's Clippers Lakers first round, at 4-5.
oh my goodness,
Nuggets Suns
Well, no.
3-6.
Yo, if the Clippers
You have
and
them
Lak-
at 5. You have the Lakers at 5 for you or no?
Did I? Did I have Phoenix at 5?
That's
God
still
damn, I don't
crazy.
Fucking remember.
In this case, for
I
me,
think
it'd be the Clippers and the Pels in the first round.
I think I did have Phoenix at
Yo,
5.
if the Clippers and the
Yeah.
Lakers play in the first round, they should play for Staples Center. And the loser has to go to the new arena.
Well, good.
Crypto
Well,
arena.
crypto, whatever.
Good thing it's
bro.
Fucking
crypto.
casual.
Fucking Staples Center.
All right, so
Fucking
so all right, for all intents and purposes, we'll just say Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets, Suns.
What?
Which even if it's flipped, bro, it's still crazy. Then the Thunder get the. No, who was my Thunder? Thunder get the Mavericks.
Jeez,
T-Wolves get the Pelicans.
that's a nightmare.
Nobody gets a no. It's no free series out
Bro, I'd
there.
have the Wolves playing the Warriors, the Thunder playing the Suns, which would be a fucking movie.
Thunder,
KD
Suns?
versus
Oh my
Thunder
God.
In a fucking playoff series.
Oh my
would be
God, yeah,
fucking
please,
electric.
please give us that.
Shit, Nuggets, Lakers, and then Clippers, Mavs.
Yeah, we need all that. We need all that actually.
Yeah,
Those are
I
ideal.
don't know who gets the 1 seed overall, but yeah, man.
Oh, I
mean,
was just projecting
Yeah, I
it
was
stays as it,
going off
as it
what
does.
it
is
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So the Timberwolves for me would end up playing the Phoenix Suns, which I'm not too sure you'd love to see that.
You don't want to see of those
if you're the
teams.
T-Wolves,
Yeah,
you probably don't want.
yeah. You don't want to see the Suns.
Bro, no matter what, you don't want.
You don't want to see
any of them.
That's what I'm saying. There's no cakewalks here. There's no cakewalks.
The Thunder would get the Mavs for me as well. The Nuggets would end up playing the Lakers in the first round. Whew. And then the Clippers and the Pelicans.
So, I'll ask this question because, like, I don't really think any of us really, in terms of who could win a playoff series, I don't think any of us have really that sizable of a gap between the 1-seeded Timberwolves and whoever we had at 8, honestly. And then I'm sure all the teams in between, it's even closer gaps. So I'll ask you guys this. Out of the teams that you project to be in the Western Conference out of the teams that you project to be in the Western Conference playoffs, who do you trust the least? Like, who are you the most sure will be a first round exit out of the teams?
Of the teams we've predicted.
Of the teams you
to be in there,
predicted
okay.
to be in the playoffs. So leave out the teams that lost in the play-in team.
I mean, it's not. I'll say right off the bat, the least. It's not Minnesota. It's not OKC. It's not. It might be Minnesota.
Of
bro.
my teams, it's the 1 seed. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so you have them playing the Suns. So
Yeah.
I could totally see them losing
Well,
that
it
series,
doesn't
like,
matter who
respectfully.
they play.
Yeah.
I don't care if you play any of the guys from like 7 through 10. I think the Warriors are the one team that.
Yeah, see, I didn't have the Warriors in there,
The
so
Timberwolves
yeah.
would beat the Warriors. That's the one team that I think like the T-Wolves shouldn't have to worry as much about. Even though it's Steph Curry, that I don't believe in the Warriors.
So is that your answer?
Of my 8 teams to be bounced in the first round, crazy part is it's the 1 or the 2 seed that I'd be the most concerned.
Thunder or the Timberwolves.
Maybe the
Want
Thunder or
to
the
hear
T-Wolves.
something crazy? This is some real character development. This is for you, Sleazy. I think it's the Mavs for me.
Wow.
I trust Luka and Kyrie,
Right.
but also I think out of all these teams, I think their like range of outcomes in terms of the performances they could put up are like more like it's more spread out. You know, like the Mavs could have like stinkers. Like the Mavs stinkers are really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that loss to Philly on Sunday, like that was really eye opening to me. Like the Mavs could go into a playoff series and get embarrassed. As much as Luka and Kyrie, I think, could carry them all the way to the conference finals, they can also go in there and get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Think about it's like such a stupid, but like if they get the Clippers, like Luka just historically dogs them. I think this Clippers team is different, but as far as who I trust the least, yeah, I that makes sense. The Mavericks have the lowest floor.
Are you proud of me, Sleazy?
I'm
Come on, that
actually-
was good fucking
I'm
character
genuinely impressed
development.
you picked them because I wouldn't pick
Yeah,
them.
I don't
because
know,
of
bro.
Luka
I do
Doncic.
trust them,
Right.
but I just think I kind of trust all these fucking like I don't know like you couldn't
They're
tell me
all
who's
good
fucking
yeah.
coming out of the like I couldn't tell you
Bro, it's
who's
wild.
coming
to
out of
me
the West
because
right now. I think
I'm picking the 2 teams that are at the top of the West right now because I just don't know how much I trust the Timberwolves offense in a playoff series. Like, I know they go against the grain, but like, is that gonna work in the playoffs now? Like, I see that you guys have worked it out. in
yeah,
the
I
regular
think I'd
season.
lean the Timberwolves over the Thunder in this scenario.
Yeah.
because
Yes.
I think not even just the Thunder offense as a whole. I just trust Shea more.
Yes,
you know
I
what
agree.
mean?
And it's crazy because again, the Thunder are top 5 in defensive and offensive efficiency, and yet I'm here saying like, oh, they might be more inclined to get bounced in the first round. So
I think the Thunder could beat you in more ways than the Timberwolves
Yeah.
can. You know what I mean?
agreed.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Which is why I picked the T-Wolves.
Like I
Crazy enough.
think the Wolves out of everyone are I guess throw the Mavs in that conversation too, but those 2 teams are very like matchup dependent. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Like
think the Thunder
Wolves-
are also though, because that's a team that if you play a team with a quality big, I think
the only person that's really scaring me in terms of like as a big man for the
Yoke.
even AD like
AD, yeah.
I guess AD scaring me, but also
Thunder's only weakness.
the Lakers have
AD
fucking handled them. They just beat them
Yeah.
last night. They've handled the
AD
Thunder this
loses if he
regular
beats
season.
himself. You know, like that's kind of how it goes with Anthony
Oh,
Davis.
Sleazy
Like,
says he
he'll
got
beat
the
himself.
Thunder losing in the first round no matter who they play. Like
there-
I get it, but like,
don't agree with
shit,
that.
I don't. It's tough, bro.
It's so
Like,
tough.
It really
Because like even I was looking at the Pelicans because just of all the teams, their top player is like Zion. I don't think between Ant, Shea, Jokic, Kawhi,
they don't have a true
KD,
1A,
like yeah. But their team is so deep.
Exactly.
That it's
That's what I was about to say.
it's so tough,
Of
bro.
my playoff teams, I just think the Pelicans are another team that like can beat you in so many different ways. I had them as
Yeah.
as the 5 seed in this still. So I'm a big believer in the Pelicans and what they bring to the table. Like whatever matchup you put against the Pelicans, they can play to your strength
Yeah.
and make it a weakness. That's why I like for the Pelicans, like it's like you take Zion out of the game. All right, well, Brandon Ingram, CJ
Right,
McCollum,
yeah.
even Jonas could go for 20 and 20 in certain matchups and stuff like that. So, and then if you want to play small, you have Zion at the 5, you have Larry Nance at the 5. It doesn't really matter. You could go all wings if you really so
Yeah.
choose to do it. So, yeah, I think
that being said,
the T-Wolves just have the least amount of ways to beat you.
yeah, the
they gotta
T-Wolves
grind it
have
out.
the Rudy Gobert effect, man.
That's my boy, too.
Just all it is.
Makes me upset. My boy, too, but
Yeah,
is what it is,
Yeah.
man. This West is going to be phenomenal.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Sleazy says crazy to say the same way you feel about the Mavs, Chris, is the same way I feel about the Lakers. Like Luka and Kai can carry them to the WCF like Brown and AD. Yeah, no, I agree. That's why But I don't trust the role players from either team. Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
with
for
them on
sure.
that. That's fair. That's definitely fair. The East is falling apart a little bit right now, but you know,
Wait till the Knicks get healthy.
that's the
all.
fucking thing, man. We just got to get healthy. We just got to get healthy. That's
See,
it.
like the Mavs are fucking losing to the Pacers right now. Like, Shade, you can't lose to the Pacers, bro.
Just because.
Look at that.
Whoa.
So what we're watching right now
That's crazy. 'cause
Pelicans
That's literally what we were
have the best odds to make the playoffs. The Kings, then the Mavericks, then the Suns, then the Warriors, then the Lakers at plus 105 to make the playoffs, and minus 1,200 to make the play-in.
Damn, I might have to fucking throw some bread on the Lakers to make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
really, bro.
What
Plus
the
105?
Out of all those teams, the only team with plus odds, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Shit.
God, son.
But
Bowl.
yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we got for the NBA. Or we could segue into just hanging out and just talking about life. We have a good question in the chat from Tony Tiz. When's the ball game bracket coming out? So we could actually talk about this right now.
Facts.
Last year we did a bracket. It was kind of a ball game bracket, but it was really just my bracket that I've been doing for years. We just called it the ball game bracket, but we did a $25 bracket last year. We filled it up. Like we had 40 heads in there last year. We had a good amount of heads. Do we want to do a money bracket or do we want to do a free bracket and give away a jersey?
So I think more people will be more inclined to join if we do
A free bracket?
free
bracket,
bracket,
yeah,
give away a jersey. I mean, look.
But, like, we're
fair
going to
though-
get people to join.
I was about to
like,
say,
you know?
to be fair, though, also.
Right, like we have a good amount of like people that will join. Like we know we'll fill out a good amount
I mean, yeah,
of
to be
people.
honest,
for
if
a
you're
money
gonna
bracket.
if you're gonna do your bracket anyway, then
I was about to
just do
say,
both.
I
we
just
could
don't
do a
want to.
ball game one.
I just don't want to do both, and then people are like, "Well, I'm not gonna do the money bracket because I'm doing the free
Right,
bracket, and then I
yeah.
don't fill out with the money bracket." You know what I
I
mean?
think you'd fill out the money bracket either way,
Yeah.
personally.
I think
we
you
could
fill out
still
the
do
free
both.
bracket
I
either
think
way.
we
I think you do the money one first, and
Yeah.
then like a couple days later or something, be like, "Hey, we're doing one for ball game too."
I think either way.
I don't think
Either
you're
way,
gonna
we're gonna fill that shit up in my
Our friends are
personal
degenerate gamblers, so
Yeah, we'll fill it up. Yeah,
Pete, how many brackets are you entering?
Do you know how many degenerate gamblers there are on the island, bro?
Yeah.
Pete,
Come
have you
on.
ever done a bracket?
I've never done a bracket.
You
Really?
gotta get in this year.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro.
Pete never did fantasy, and then he joined 8 leagues.
Pete, gambling,
electric.
Pete, gambling on
One
March
none.
Madness it's different than anything you've ever done before.
Yeah.
It's not fantasy football. It's not betting on the Super Bowl. Like betting on March Madness, like that's where the boys become men. Like it really.
And then
is.
like you think there's so much strategy, and you have to like
It's the most
predict these
random
games.
thing.
No,
No, I've
it's not
seen,
even at all, bro.
Yeah, I know. I've seen videos of people like to have like their dog, like
yeah.
they print out like all the team logos, and they have their dog like
Pretty
pick
much,
out
yeah.
like whatever teams for their brackets to win. They don't win.
It's
Last
that
year I
one.
came in second, bro. I was one shot away from winning the bracket that San Diego State shot over FAU.
That was wild.
yeah.
So how would the
electric.
bracket work exactly? If
So
anybody here
it's-
doesn't know how they work, including me.
So it's each round is worth more points. So I think the way ESPN does it is the first round is 10 points. So however many games you get right in the first round, that's 10 points. Second round's worth 20 points. Third round's worth 40 points. Fourth round's worth 80 points. And then the national
Okay.
championship is like,
So there's
I think it's worth 360 or whatever it is if
Gotcha.
you get that right.
So-
But
so there's room for error. Like you don't have to pick.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't have to get.
It's
perfect.
never-
Nobody's ever gotten a
there's
perfect
always
bracket.
no
that
one's come
one dude-
close.
Never. No.
Never.
In
Not
history,
one
never.
person.
Not even
No,
close.
It's more likely
I think it's
to
Sweet
like
16
win
is the
lottery.
closest.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
likely to like win the lottery to get struck by lightning,
Yeah.
like than
Yeah,
the
yeah,
perfect
yeah.
bracket.
Get bit
There's
by a
somewhere
shark,
you
like-
can enter for like somebody will win like $1 million if you get it right, and it's a free
Yeah,
entry.
well,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
ESPN challenge, like you're automatically entered. Like if you have if you have a perfect bracket, you'll probably just gain generational wealth and be a
Right.
fucking.
Pretty sure it's $1 billion.
legend.
Betting
thing,
legend.
bro.
whatever.
Yeah.
If you get a perfect
a
bracket,
billion?
you
I
don't
make
know about
a
a billion.
billion.
I don't know
Yes.
Are you sure
billion.
$1 billion? Wait,
I think it's some
think I thought it was
crazy,
$1
bro.
million.
It's never happened before. So
but
Yeah.
I think it's $1 billion.
much.
I swear to God, I think it's something crazy.
I'd go buy lotto tickets the next day. I mean, actually, no, I
Sweezy says
wouldn't.
he
'cause
did a
what are the
bracket
odds
one
of-
time the year UVA won the championship. He won $500 on a Kyle Guy jersey. That's nice.
Kyle
Kyle
Guy.
Guy is
what
a
a
name I have not
bro.
heard.
Trunk says in the chat, Pete, you'd be the first person to ever get a perfect bracket. So
Yeah, I honestly, I
All
wouldn't put it
your
past you.
entire life gambling has led to your first March Madness bracket.
Hitting. First in
oh
history.
man, I fucking can't wait for that shit. That's
Oh, man.
my
March
fucking
Madness is
stuff,
electric, bro.
That's my stuff.
Definition of electric.
So wait,
March
isn't
Madness.
it, it's March right now though. Where's the?
It started,
Where's the
like,
madness?
Where's the madness?
It's
Yeah.
funny. The
2
Final
weekends?
Four in the national championships in April.
April.
Oh, okay.
That's
So-
crazy.
So when does
silly.
it
It
when does
starts
it start?
around the
though?
20th.
Yeah, it starts late this year.
How
Like,
long? How many weeks is it? Like 3 weeks,
It's
something?
3 weekends?
Oh, how
3
many weeks
weekends,
is the whole thing?
It's
No,
3
no, how-
weekends.
Tournament?
So it's the first
Yeah.
weekend's the round of 64 and the round of 32. The next weekend's the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. Then the next Saturday is the Final Four, and then that Monday is the national championship.
Oh man.
It's the best thing ever.
Bro, the Final Four and national championship are cool, but like that first weekend, Thursday to Sunday, there's games on
Yeah.
from 12 o'clock until
So
12 o'clock midnight that
Yes.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there's
usually-
games on.
like you're a more dedicated college basketball fan, especially you during March. You're definitely more. I'm not. So like the first when March Madness starts, my eyes are glued to the screen.
Glued to
And
the
then
screen.
like, you know, it falls off a little bit, but then you get right back to the Elite Eight, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
this is crazy. Like it is.
It's fucking nuts,
it's
bro. It's
awesome.
where dreams are fucking made.
It's
of, bro.
awesome,
Where
bro. The
boys
St.
become
Peter's
men.
run last year,
bro.
That was crazy.
fucking crazy.
Nah,
like stuff like that.
I'll
Barry
tell you like
Dickinson
this.
fucking beat for Purdue.
Oh
last
my
year,
God, bro.
Yes. That was crazy. That was
FDU.
insane.
I'll
bro.
say this, Pete. Like,
FDU, we all fucking went and visited that school when we were looking at colleges. They beat fucking 7-6 Zach Edey in the first
Yeah,
round,
bro,
bro.
That's insane.
I have.
That was the biggest upset in fucking sports history.
FDU.
I don't-
FDU.
Bro, it
know,
was the
man,
first ranked
because-
team versus the 300 ranked team.
Oh yeah.
It was the
Well,
biggest upset.
we also had the Virginia.
I know, but Virginia wasn't the number one overall seed. Purdue was the number one overall
Bro,
seed.
FDU.
So it was literally the,
the
top
worst
versus
and
the
best.
bottom.
Yeah, I will say, Pete, like to give a perspective on like just what March Madness is. I'm surprised you never had this in like high school,
Yeah,
bro.
I remember I was late. to
End
my
of
bracket.
March, everybody had their computers out with all the fucking games on, bro. In class, did not matter. Nobody
I'd
was
take
paying.
off
Bro,
from
Mr. White would put them on.
I took off from
That's what
school
everyone
that
would tell
first
me.
weekend, the Thursday and Friday. I told my mom, like, this is my holiday. Like, I need these 2 days off. Like,
My
I didn't go
holiday.
to school.
Bro, I remember I would
You've
walk.
seen how I used to set up my
Oh,
room. I set up
yeah,
my
yeah,
room
yeah.
with fucking
Bro.
4 TVs.
Yes.
Like, I
would-
fucking,
I'd have my
I
big
don't
TV,
miss a
my-
fucking second
My
of it,
small
bro.
TV, my phone has a game on, my computer's going with the game on.
do
I'd
you
have the
even-
iPad.
Bro, I remember walking by Mr.
Bro.
White's classroom, and he would have like the last 2 minutes of a game, and you'd just be sitting trying to watch it in through the back window.
Bells ringing. You about to be late to class.
Yeah.
1 minute. Wait.
Manos about to
Wait, wait,
steamroll
wait,
me in the
wait.
hallway. Like,
What's going
Oh,
on
yeah,
here?
March Madness is fucking electric.
Ortiz makes a great point. Game-winning shots are boosted by 58%, which they really are.
Did you see that shit on fucking March 1st? I think it was in
Yes.
the
Bro, they
back,
rolled it up
that
the court or
fucking
whatever? Yeah,
bounce
yeah,
pass, that full
Yep.
court bounce pass.
yeah.
Yep.
Only because it's
Only
March
in
that
March.
shit fucking works.
A
Oh,
full
yeah.
court bounce pass.
Yes,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like 2 seconds left. It was crazy.
Holy
it was
shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
Nah,
And it was
bro.
on like fucking March 1st it happened. Like it's only in March the crazy shit happened.
Pete, you're gonna like get the greatest introduction to March.
Yeah.
You're
no.
gonna lose so much money.
So when would we do? Well, when would we make the?
So the
what's
bracket
plan?
drops
Next
the
week, 2
weekend
weeks?
before, so I think shit probably 2 weekends from now.
Okay.
I think. I think that week of the 20th is the first. Let me pull up a fucking calendar.
And college ball is just all these guys are getting
So
like 100.
the 21st,
Yeah,
the
one of those
21st, I think is the first day. So the 16th, the bracket drops, I think. So we have this week is the last week of regular season play, the next week's conference tournaments and shit, and Sunday night on the 16th at like 6 p.m. the bracket drops.
It is my favorite sports time of the year, to be honest. There's nothing
It clears
better than March
everything. There's
Madness.
Yeah.
nothing better than it.
It's that, and then it's week 1 football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Easily.
Week 1 of football. I can't wait. We will. By the way, we're going to be talking about football probably next week, so
Yeah,
y'all stay
yeah.
tuned for that. We got obviously a bunch of free agency shit happening and all that, but bro, oh my God, March Madness is the greatest sporting event of all time. It's not even close.
Yeah.
But speaking about great,
Do we have an early favorite?
I have nothing for you. I gotta brush up.
Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson.
man, it's tough. Like
Not Purdue.
no, because I want to say Purdue, but I can't say Purdue because they just always somehow manage to let down. It's tough, man. Oh my goodness gracious.
Mike wasn't muted.
It's fine. It's all right. You know, it's cutting distance over. Nah, I'm sure the people want to hear it.
It's after
Um,
hours. It's okay.
Damn, bro. Like,
I don't know. I like UNC, obviously. Like, I'm probably
wow.
going to pick them in my bracket, but shit, I don't really feel good about it. I like UConn a lot, but no one's gone back to
They're
back.
not back to back.
Fucking Al Horford did, bro.
Exactly.
Al Horford.
Oh, Sweezy likes Kentucky or Tennessee. I love Tennessee, bro.
Tennessee's a great
Dalton
fucking college.
Kennett, bro. That motherfucker could hoop, bro.
He's insane.
That's a name to watch for, everyone. March Madness, Tennessee, Dalton Kennett.
Bro.
That's a name to watch
So
for.
I recently got into college ball again, right? And one of the first games that I watched was him not missing a
Well, when he
single
had 39 last
Yes!
week, yeah,
He
like it was
didn't miss a
fucking
shot.
absurd. Yeah,
For the last like 2 to 3 weeks, I've been getting back into it, and
bro,
like,
he's
I was
insane,
like,
bro.
oh my god, this guy is like,
I can't believe
ridiculous.
he's not like a consensus top 10 like pick in mock drafts.
I think
Like
he's older.
they,
That's why.
he's
21.
older, but shit, bro, that guy's gonna come in and fucking be ready to go.
Yes.
Bro, if a team lands him at like 18, like one of those middle
He's
of the
gonna-
pack teams,
yes.
like, yeah.
He's gonna
Like,
be one
shit,
of
I
those guys.
wouldn't be
Immediate
opposed
pro.
to fucking Memphis taking him when it's their top 10 pick, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need the fucking drafted fucking project guy if you're
No.
Memphis, bro. Another wing for
You
them.
don't need
like,
another
shit.
superstar. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't need to try to hit.
Yeah,
for another
I
superstar.
think his draft stock's gonna go up during the tournament for sure. I like Tennessee. I like Arizona because of Caleb Love.
Arizona's.
Oh, Squeezy likes Kentucky. Kentucky just they're so fucking sporadic, bro. Like
Well, they look.
And they're all
guard play.
freshmen, yeah.
Guard play is super important in March, but it's just they're so young
yeah,
and it's so up and down.
yeah. I like them. I just should. There's so many more experienced teams. So like they're just
I
gonna.
don't know. I like Houston a lot.
Oh, Sweezy says don't sleep on Baylor. I like Baylor. I always like Baylor. Jacoby Walters, my guy for this draft cycle. I like Houston. I like Houston because they're playing in the Big 12 this year and they're fucking dominating that shit like it didn't even fucking
Yes.
matter. I like all the Big 12 schools. Kansas is always going to be in the mix. I think Iowa State's really good this year. Like the Big 12,
Iowa
I
State
think
very
is
good this year as well.
the best conference in college ball. So I don't think you're wrong taking any of those Big 12 schools to go to the Final Four. I really don't. I guess my favorite as of right now would be UNC, but I don't feel good about it.
Nah, I gotta like get connected into college ball right now. I'm getting into it, but I'm not fully
Yeah.
into it yet. So I gotta do my research. my
Yeah, but
proper
we'll have
research.
bracket information for you guys probably next week. We'll set everything up. We'll figure out what we're doing.
We will have a
and-
bracket
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
we're
have
gonna do a bracket show.
Yeah, it's just the best. I can't wait for Pete to be texting in the chat like
Who do I pick?
he's gonna be like, yo, who do I pick in this game? Or like he's gonna be like, yo, I saw this stat that like this team is gonna beat like this team or
Demo
something.
Sleazy says he played with Jaden Nunn and Baylor, so he's rooting for them. That's pretty fire. Oh, Sleazy played with everyone, bro. Frank Mason.
Frank Mason.
Facts, bro. That's wild. Frank Mason was a dog, bro. Frank Mason was a dog.
Oh, Sleazy played with
Yeah.
those players? What, in high school?
Yeah.
No, in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Sleazy
Sleazy
made the
hoops like
NBA.
that for real. He
So
said
he always says
claims.
that.
All right.
Anytime
bro.
we say like, "Yo, we would love to play ball," with you, he's like, "Nah, I hoop like that for real."
Oh,
That's literally what he says,
How,
bro.
how
Sleazy,
tall, how
It
tall
means
are
he'd
you,
give us
Sleazy?
the work. That's
I'll
exactly
put you
what that
on
means.
clamps. I will lock you up, oh Sleazy. I'm telling you right now, I
can't
will
say
lock
anything.
you
I
up.
haven't shot a basketball in like 4
I
months.
will lock
You
you
would
up.
probably cook me right now with Sleazy.
I
I'm
will
fat
lock
right now.
you up. I won't score on you, but I will lock you up. That's simple. That's simple, buddy. Can't wait to see
I
you
go
in
on a
the
shooting
chat.
streak like once every 3 months. I don't miss. So just don't catch me on that
And then
day.
other games are like the championship game.
Yeah, that was rough, bro.
Shout out to us, man.
Yeah.
Two-time.
Hey, man.
If I eat chicken and apples all day, I'm not missing a shot. I don't know. Last time I ate chicken and apples for the day.
Bro, Seabass was telling us the other day that he's on a strict meat and fruit diet. He eats 15 apples a day.
Bro, I was telling Amanda that, and you see Amanda told me after, she's like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like, you just gotta go with it. Like,
Yeah.
Seabass is
whatever
like,
he's doing,
Our friend
he's doing it
Seabass
right.
is
Like he's doing it the
our
right
friend
way.
Seabass is absolutely yoked.
You don't
and,
question it.
Yeah.
he's a big boy.
This kid posted that after the gym, instead of a protein shake, he eats 2 blocks of cheese. And he's dead ass.
Brother,
2 blocks of cheese, bro.
I just like he needs to be studied. Needs to actually be like studied
You
because
guys are reviewing this like this is an NBA player. Like he needs to be studied. like
no because
Seabass
who
is
are you
crazy.
starting your
If you
franchise
do-
with, Seabass or Victor Wembanyama?
Seabass. It's not even close. Come on. But no, bro. Like, Yeah, I know. I'm like analyzing this man like he's an NBA player, but like, bro, like if you knew Brother Bass, like.
It's one of the most
Like not you,
interesting
obviously.
people
I'm saying,
in the
like,
world,
I'm saying
bro.
to the people, bro.
I went to high school. Me and Pete both went to high school with this kid, and I had lunch with him. I think 2 years. This kid for 4 years in high school,
Hold on,
every
hold on.
single
You have to
day,
refer to him as Mike King.
my King Seabass,
Yes.
every day for 4 straight years ate chicken and pasta, unless they had chicken parm in the cafeteria.
He's very strict with how he eats.
He's
I
very
give him-
disciplined.
I give him a lot.
Easily
of
the
credit
most
with that.
disciplined person I know.
I try.
Seabass is a beast.
I try so hard to like consistently eat well, and I like want to do it for the
Bro, he
next
has 2
months.
pounds of steak for breakfast, Trunks. Just
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I eat well, but man, like I got my slippages, bro. Like I can't help it sometimes.
They used
bro.
to say Dean was evil Seabass. Back in the day.
Evil.
Like, now, back when evil does it even said that.
evil Seabass is crazy. Oh,
But
man.
like, how? Like,
Because they
what-
look alike.
Oh.
But Dean just looks eviler, I guess.
What the fuck? Dude.
Speaking, yo, Pete. So you have a crazy Atlantic City
Yeah.
gambling story, huh?
Yeah,
my
so let's
God.
refresh for people. Where have we been? So first we were fixing some production things, some behind the scenes things. As you guys see, we have a new logo. We have some posters. These strip lights that look pretty shitty. We're gonna figure that out.
Yeah, working on it.
Pillows.
motherfucking pillow,
balls, 2 balls right here. We're thinking
Yeah.
about getting a giant. Never mind. Okay.
And then we went to AC to decompress, man.
Yeah.
And, man, was it a time.
It was a
my
grand-
cortisol
Oh, it was a great
levels.
time.
So, and Pete had probably the best time out of all of us.
Pete, I'll honestly switch with you, brother. You want to
Yeah,
come
come
over
sit
here?
on the
No,
couch.
it's
bro.
alright.
No, get on-
No,
get
I'll
your
talk from
ass
here. I'll
over
talk from
here.
here. Trust,
Bro,
trust,
come
trust.
sit on the fucking couch for the story,
Come sit on
bro.
the fucking couch, brother.
Well, why don't you just sit on the couch too and just
Yeah, why
let
don't
him
you
make
both
mine?
sit on the couch? Yeah,
come on
move the
couch.
balls.
Let
Bro,
him fucking-
honestly, you can't even see these because of my giant fucking legs. So
Yeah, come sit on the couch.
I'll put
Pete.
these next to me. I'll get nice and comfy. Come on, Pete.
Get over here. Make me all snug and shit.
All right, where are we going?
We're cuddling.
Sharing a mic.
Let's get in there.
Guys, you have to hear that. This is like one of the.
Oh, you
You,
wanna
you, you guys ever see the movie Rudy? Like in terms of comeback stories, nothing doesn't hold a candle to what you're about to hear.
What happened exactly?
What, in terms of the gambling, then we'll all, I don't know. We could
All
tell
right, well,
whatever we
I don't know.
want.
Basically, it was just a horrible experience up until the second day. I mean, you're talking, you buy in one time and then, the next thing you know, you're pulling your wallet out of your pocket, just staring at the dealer helplessly going, please, please give me something.
Gamble responsibly, please.
Yeah.
Pete does not.
And please don't try this at home unless you're in
Or at the
Atlantic City.
casino, yeah.
Or actually, just don't ever try it. And you're just, helplessly pulling out more money. And it just gets to a point where you go, am I going to have to take the walk of shame to the ATM?
Where they'll charge you a $12 fee to take out your own money.
You get charged money to take more money. So what do?
lose
We
it.
go out. We enjoy the night. It's a grand old time. It's great.
The club fucking sucked.
don't know.
Holy
Bro,
shit.
it was huge, dude.
The club fucking sucked.
It was huge. And there was a giant pool that Matty J almost tried to jump
I
into.
don't like
Oh
having
my
a
God.
giant pool in the middle of
Yeah,
the
it just
club.
seemed, it was just
Like,
mad
can't go
unnecessary,
in.
bro.
let's not.
And time out.
Because we were all, like, it was so huge in there, but we were also so scrunched up because we were just
Yeah.
around the fucking perimeter.
I kept losing every
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna fall in the pool.
Me and Matty J were walking around for like a solid 10 minutes
Yes.
looking for our friends.
Yes.
And I'm literally like tiptoeing around the edge of the pool.
Dude, you're standing around like the perimeter of there's like a big pool, right? No shit, and you're standing on the edge of it because like where the DJ is, there's probably like 10 yards of space where you could celebrate and chant to the DJ.
Celebrate.
Right? So I'm on the perimeter where like the edge of the water is, and instead of all it takes is a nice group of 10 to try and walk by, and you're holding back, looking behind you, like there's a whole ass pool of water like right behind you, and
You're in your nice, like, hand-picked
Yeah.
club outfit, too. You don't want to fall in
you're
this
looking
shit.
good, feeling good until
Yeah.
you fall in a pool of water. Nobody fell in water.
Right.
It was good.
Surprisingly.
It was fun, surprisingly.
But people almost jumped in water.
People did almost jump in water.
What was that about?
So, all right.
I didn't even know that happened until
Okay.
like 2 days ago.
Time out. First of all, DJ yelled cannonball. Right?
Yeah, like
Why
he's really
did-
setting himself up
Time
for
out.
failure, bro. What a
Why
jerk
the
off.
fuck is the DJ yelling cannonball when there's a pool right there? So here's my thing. Of course, I was intoxicated. It's fair to say I was intoxicated.
We all were.
So was my good friend Gallo. Shout out Joe Gallo. And we both decided, okay, this DJ yelled cannonball. Someone's got to do it. So we were going to do it. Took my shirt off. All of a sudden, you have the security guards on stage start pointing at me and Gallo. I was ready. My
You should have just jumped in your
You should have just done it, bro.
my sneakers were off. My socks were off.
He's like, he's just like, "Ugh." They don't even speak. They just, "Ugh."
I had pulled the Batista on me. Just no. But bro, like I was about to jump in. Gal was about to jump in, and then security guards came over and they were like, "Yo, what the fuck you think you're doing?" And I was just like, well, not jumping in the pool anymore. So I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, give me my shirt back. Give me my shirt back. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Wait, so we could play this every time we go out, honestly. Oh, Sleazy said, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk was everybody? Trunk said he was a 14, which definitely.
Dude, mine was so weird. It was like, it's like, you
I
know,
wasn't that bad. I was a
I don't think, you know what it is?
6.
I don't know. Pete, when we got back to the room, Pete slept like a fucking bro. Bro, wait, listen to this, bro. Pete, bro, we got back and like it was me, man, and Pete in the room, and Pete like fell asleep right away. Pete had his phone on, bro, watching a video, bro. He was watching. You know the Devour Power people, the people who taste the food. They normally get sandwiches and shit, bro.
Devour Power, I love, bro.
Bro, he
Shout
had
out Devour Power.
a video on a loop, bro, and we didn't notice it for like a half hour, and it's like a short video of them like trying pasta at a restaurant, and Amanda says to me, she's like, is he playing the same video over and over again? And I'm like, no, like, why would he do that? Like, he's not doing that. And then I just hear, and then you pour a gallon of marinara on it. I heard it for like the 10th time. I was like, oh my God, he is playing the same video over and over and over again. So I reached over and grabbed his phone and turned that shit up.
Holy shit.
Bro, and then, so it was me, Matty J, and Trunks in one room.
God.
And then our good friend Gallo, shirtless idiot who tried to jump in the pool.
With me.
Shirtless idiot number 2 who tried to jump in the pool.
Nah, Gallo, shirtless idiot number 1.
He is shirtless idiot number 1, yeah. So he comes in our room, which is across the hall, and he goes, guys, Pete's sprawled out across the bed. I have to sleep in here.
Bro, I don't even sprawl. Like,
Yo.
I know you weren't sprawled because I watched. Yes, you were fucking curled up like a fucking caterpillar.
All right. You know, it makes sense. We had 3 people in our room, right? Well, no, we didn't actually have 3 people in our room. We had 4 people in our room. I'm not going to put somebody on blast, but there was somebody in somebody's bed. But that's about it. No names are mentioned here. But anyways, Pete, well, not Pete, Gallo comes in, and I'm like, fuck, like, okay. Gallo, like, he obviously didn't have a bed now, but I should have just. I should have. Yeah,
Bro,
I
you
know.
could have just woken Pete up, bro.
Yeah,
like yo, move
Literally
over.
no reason,
So,
yeah.
pretty
Why
much.
don't you want to sleep with me, dude? Like,
Pretty much, I said to Gallo, like, I was like, you know what, like, whatever. Take my bed. Like I said, take my bed. It's okay. I'll sleep on the chair. I put my legs up on the bed. It was a very comfortable sleep. I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
in the bed already. I was not moving.
Tom was already in the bed. I told Gallo, yo, take my spot. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I'll sleep on the edge of the bed with the chair. Very comfortable sleep. Not gonna lie. I was the first one out cold in the room. But yeah, I let Gallo have it. Whatever. And I mean, it was what it was. It was a great night. I'm not gonna
Bro,
complain.
I woke up.
I
woke
was
up.
triggered because Pete spilled my coffee though.
Oh,
earlier that
man.
night.
oh my God, dude. No, so ready? So I didn't spill the coffee. I stepped in it. I stepped in the aftermath. So,
Yeah, bro. No, the
Bro,
next morning I go over. I'm like,
bro.
what is this giant stain on the carpet right here? I was like, was that here when we checked in?
Bro, I'm fucking like, yo, we're walking in the room, we're hanging out after. I went across the hall into my room. I went to change. I changed head to toe, dude. I changed my socks and everything, right? Took off the chunks. I was walking with fucking.
Took off the chunks.
Oh yeah, it was comfy, right? In my socks and PJs. I'm walking and I feel like something fucking like damp on the floor, and I'm like, and I smell coffee, and I look down, I'm like, oh fuck, like bro, I literally just changed my socks. I didn't have another pair of socks, so I'm like, all right, this is So basically, what ended up happening was I had to put one of the socks I used for the night back on my left foot. And, so I had one fresh sock and one used sock. That's what I had to work with the entire next day when I made when the story happened.
Yeah.
So I was rocking a dirty lefter and a clean righter the entire
Dirty left.
next day. But it's disgusting. But what's the you got to compromise? Am I gonna sit here?
Coffee stained lefter. Or,
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, whatever. But I guess talk about the next day. What happened or whatever.
Yeah.
Real quick, Trunks, you're an idiot. No shit. I said what I said. It was pretty obvious who I was pointing out.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
We love Trunks here. Anyway, continue.
Well, actually, perfect. So Trunks,
But I didn't say who.
basically, no. But this is perfect because Trunks was here for this electric moment. that I'm
Oh,
about to talk
Sweezy
about.
says, "Wait, are you guys all from the same city? Why is Pete's accent so strong?"
Pizza.
Stop pointing inside my
It's
city.
because we mock union guys all day.
Oh, I love Union, baby.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Yeah. So the next
Pizza
day,
gabagool. Trunks said.
I'll share some go-goots. All right. So basically, I don't know, dude. Basically, what the fuck happened was, shit was going all right. We went to another casino, in another part of Atlantic City. Whatever. I did the walk of shame, the withdrawal of shame, took out a couple of bucks, and basically what winded up happening was we're going up, down, left, right. We're Cuban shuffling this fucking bitch. Where it's on the verge of being electric, but it's just not sparking. You know what I mean? We go to the roulette table as a group. Where I don't know. You could probably give you. Oh wait,
I wasn't there.
You guys didn't really play. It was really me, Obi, Trunks.
One roulette hand, one left.
Yeah, gangster. Could never be me.
I was leaving. As I was
yeah.
leaving the casino, I had $65 in chips in my pocket. Gave it to my friend Gallo, and I was like, "Yo, can you cash these in for me?" And as he was walking away, I was like, "Actually, throw it on red. Whatever happens, happens." And I hit. So that was my gambling experience.
Yeah. All right, dude. We go to the next casino, and like I said, we're Cuban shuffling this bitch. Where we're up and down, left to right. We're not really progressing much, but we're having a good time, right? We all go to the roulette table. We did a awesome strategy. It was
Your strategy had a name, didn't it?
it wasn't my strategy. I feel like I feel like I could jump back in for my part, but do you want to explain?
I wasn't there.
It was the cum strategy.
Yeah, Obi,
Well,
I feel like you can explain.
Yeah,
the
so what
strategy
we
well.
did was we spelled out cum across the roulette table.
Yeah,
And it was $5 like chip minimum, so it was an $195 bet to spell
Yeah.
the word cum out.
yeah.
And me, Trunks, and Pete ran it up.
We ran it up. We
So you told them in the first casino we hit?
no, I
We
didn't
did
tell
it.
him.
So before
we
we
did.
left to go to Ocean, we played two hands of cum, and we hit both of them. And then we were trying to play blackjack. There were no blackjack tables at Harris. So we said, fuck this shit, and we went to Ocean. And then we sat at a blackjack table, watched the Bucks versus Sixers game, and
Yeah.
Sat for probably 2.5 hours at that blackjack table.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. We're just like up, like nothing was.
Oh, Sweezy says the what strategy? Oh, Sweezy, it's a real. Look it up on like TikTok right now. Cum strategy roulette, and you'll see what it is.
Yeah,
And it has like a pretty good hit rate
yeah,
until you know until you don't.
yeah, dude. Yeah, it was the best when the dealers like caught on because like they're reading the board upside down, so
Yeah.
like they didn't realize like they what the fuck we were like.
Bro, didn't the pit bulls catch on or something?
Yeah. This Pitbull's was like, oh man, he's like, I see what you guys are doing, and then it winded up at Ocean, yeah, and then the dealer was like looked and was like, what is he doing? And then like the Pitbull's like whispered in like the dealer's ear, and the dealer looks at the board, and was like, man, I hope you guys hit. Whatever, we spin.
It was cool as fuck.
They were cool as fuck. Yeah. Shout out.
So what? We played roulette for like 4 hours. I think. Me and Trunks pretty much broke even. I think
Yeah.
you went up a little bit on the roulette table.
had one hand with you guys hit.
No, not on roulette. On blackjack, I mean.
Oh,
on
Oh,
blackjack.
blackjack, yeah, we left like 4 hours. Roulette was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you went up a little bit on the blackjack table.
So I was down
yeah, Matty J
real
was.
quick. I was
Matty
down
doing his thing.
250 from the first night, and then ended up breaking even at the blackjack table, and then went to play roulette with you guys. One hand, done, hit, and I left. So
Yeah, no, it was definitely awesome.
Yeah, so then we went back to the roulette table, and we were like, we gotta let it ride.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck happened, but we hit 2 more hands. So we were 4 for 4 on the cum strategy. Me, Trunks, and Pete, we had like fucking what?
We
Fucking
had like $700 in front of us.
yeah, like
We're like, holy
$500,
shit,
$600 of chips in front of us.
Yeah.
And I remember I said, yo, I think we should call it.
Yeah,
and,
no,
and you and Trunks,
said it,
Trunks said, nah,
They
man,
were
we're
drunk. They were drunk with power.
We gotta keep going.
They were
Dude, I
drunk
was
with
running
power.
on cappuccinos and the espresso. Like,
brought like 7 of
Bro,
them.
yeah, I know.
Pete's
dude,
just
yeah.
wired, foaming
Bro,
at the
I
mouth.
was
Like, no, I
wired.
gotta
Like,
keep going.
Bro, at Ocean,
drinking
we were
coffee,
sitting
like-
in the sports room at the blackjack table, and the lady just kept, she loved Pete. She just kept coming up to us, coffee,
Yeah, she
and we
was-
were just
she
like,
was very
yeah,
nice,
sure.
Yeah, no, she was cool. And,
But so we were up a bunch, and we played one more hand, and then we
the fucking downfall.
lost.
This is what-
I fucking said stop.
no, yeah,
playing.
yo, Matty J's in the back. He's like, yo, gosh, like, you're good. Yeah, I'm like, just looking around. We're like,
Yeah.
nah.
So we lost,
Kept playing.
and then we played one more, and we lost again. And we were like, we were all even at that time from when we stepped onto the roulette table. We were like, yo, like it's probably time to go. We were debating though, and then we flipped a coin.
Oh yeah, we flipped a fucking.
We flipped a coin. The coin told us to go.
They played the odds to play the odds.
So we flipped a coin. The coin told us to go.
to leave, like leave the fucking.
So we're
table.
walking. We're about to go cash everything out. I said, yo, we were 4 for 4 before that. We just missed 2 of them. We're hitting the next one. Like the odds are in our favor.
They
the
never
odds are
are.
in our favor. We went back
never
there.
are.
We played 2 more, missed both of them, and then it was time to go.
That was our downfall.
So
4 for 4, and then went over.
yes.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
then I was like, all right, like I'm gonna go cash out whatever chips I have left, and I'm gonna get going. Amanda and Gallo came with me because like I was the ride. Pete and Trunk said, well, Pete still has $100 chip left. He's gonna go play it on a blackjack hand, and then the unthinkable happened.
Yep.
So yeah, they were cashing out their chips, and like I look at Trunks. Yeah, I look at Trunks, and I'm like, yo, like we can't go out like this. Just holding at $135. I'm like, I can't go out like this.
My
Like,
tail between my legs.
Yeah, my tail between my legs. Like this is like embarrassing. This is literally like losing to FDU and being Purdue. Like I
I don't know
wanna
about
run
that.
this back. Like
I don't know if you had those odds.
no,
Yeah.
this is like so. You know, I look at Trunks. Trunks is like, and I'm like, I just gave him that low, like, and he was like, all right, let's go. I was like, all right, cool.
Horrible influence when you're gambling, by the way. Worse district.
Trunk-
Yeah,
Trunks
Trunks
is
will
the
always tell you to go.
Yeah,
for it.
exactly. Yeah,
Trunks
yeah.
is the best. If you want to make money, you and everybody's saying no, but Trunks says yes. Go.
Trunks, when do you make money, buddy?
If you
That's my
need
question.
if
Go
you need
ahead,
a friend
tell
to
us.
tell you to throw away all your money, Trunks is your guy.
Nah. So
You're a redheaded devil.
basically, I look at Trunks like, all right, cool. I go to the table. I go to the dealer that he was a good time. He was cool. I go there with the $135, and I put it on the table, and he looks at me. He's like, "You sure?" He's like confused. Like I've been just playing like $15 hands all night. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Are you?"
What
He's like,
changed?
"Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Run it." I didn't say. I just said, "Run it." Said, "Run it," and he was like, "Okay,
I
whatever."
said run it.
Fucking boom, boom, boom. Puts him out. I win. Whoosh. Let's go,
Hey.
baby.
Hey,
We just fucking doubled it, baby. I look at Trunks. I'm like, ladder challenge.
Ladder challenges was when you keep betting your
Yeah.
profit
so
on
you
top
guys
of
know
each
ladder
other,
challenge?
right?
Yeah, it's
I'm sure they don't.
typical ladder challenge goes turn $10 to 10,000 in 10 days. You win 10, you double the win every time. And you have to
really
hit
just
it
that easy.
10 days in a row, and you win $10,000 starting with $10. So I was like, all right, yo, ladder challenging this shit. All right, let's fucking do it. I double it, put it on. Important piece of information. At this point in the day, like I'm down 1,000. Like I'm down $1,000.
Crazy.
Like I'm
Down
down
$1,000.
No, the reason why I have to say it is so the story makes sense. You
Right.
know, like I was
So you
down
can know how
1,000.
electric it
Yeah,
was.
you know how fucking electric this was. Down $1,000. You're talking 4 bills, 1000, and $135 left. I go, I put it down, I double it. I ladder challenge. Boom, put it down again. It fucking hits. I'm looking at Trunks. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, yo, I got like basically $500 in front of me plus a little bit more. I'm like, wow. I'm like, all right. Well, we're still down $500.
We got more work to do.
So
Job's
I'm
not
like,
done.
you know what? Yeah.
Job not
I'm like,
finished.
for a little bit of insurance, I'm like, $400 hand. We'll put 100 to the side. in case something goes wrong. Put down the 400. I'm shaking in my boots. Dealer puts it out. I lose. I'm like, holy shit.
So
chat.
now
I'm
we
like,
walk back over. Trunks is fucking greeting us at the end of the table. He's like, holy shit, this is the craziest thing. Like, you gotta see this. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, Pete had $100. He did the ladder challenge. He got up to like 600 and he just lost it all. Now he's back at $100. You gotta see this. I'm like, all right.
So now, like, it was horrible, bro. My fucking cortisol levels, like, I am like, I'm fucking like, I wasn't shaking, but I should have been shaking. Like, my adrenaline, it was crazy. So, whatever, so let's run it back. Ladder challenge part 2, right? Still got $100 left. That's why we had insurance. We do it again. We do the unthinkable. We successfully take the ladder challenge up to $1,000 and $100 extra dollars as a tip for the dealer. Well, what we did do was we tipped the dealer $50 because I had to walk up $50. You know what I mean? Pay for gas to get there.
Bro,
But
there was a lady sitting at the table. We were all
So we
standing
broke
around
even.
the table. Me, Trunks, Amanda Gallo, Pete sitting at the table. There's a lady sitting like 2 seats down from him.
Oh my
She's
God.
saying it's my first time gambling.
Dude, she was yapping,
I
man.
I don't really know how it works. She's telling
was
Pete
scared.
like, no, you have to stop. Like,
Dude,
you need
in
to
the-
fuck
in the
no,
midst-
we're like, no.
It's like women and children are tearing at his clothes trying to get him to stay
Bro,
back.
in
He's
the
like,
midst
no.
of this, like, electric, like
They need a
moment.
battle.
Dude, this battle, like, I've never had this experience before. It's just, she's just like, "Hey, you should walk away now," and I'm like, no, I'm like, you have
can't.
no idea
I need it.
what I'm going through right now.
Controlling what moves she made too. Is what I was told.
No, she kept saying, she's like, what should I do? And I was like, I was like,
Every time, double down.
basically what was weird is we kept having the same hands. So for example, like one time I had a 12 and I forgot what the dealer had, but I hit it and I got an 8. So I had 20. So I was like, all right, like we're chilling. She had a 12 as well. She goes, oh my God, what should I do? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to, because, you know, it's her money. You know what I mean? I'm the type where I don't, like, whatever the case is, I know a lot of people like, oh, like, you know.
Trunks will tell you what to do with your money. Pete won't feel as comfortable about
You
it.
could affect the next card that comes out for the next person, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, she has her money in front of her spot, so I'm not gonna sit here and tell her what to do, or, you know what I mean. But what I did say, I was like, I said I have the same hand, but and I hit. That's all I said. You know what I mean? So yeah, she was asking me for like help or whatever, but I mean. What the fuck do I know? I don't know what card's coming out next. You know what I mean, dude? Like I don't want to be responsible. So, yeah, lady, she was just talking to me the whole time, and I'm like connipting, like while she's like asking me for blackjack advice, and I'm like, this is a really bad time for me to like be teaching somebody what to do, because like don't look at me as a teacher, because what I'm doing right now is not what anybody should be doing, unless you're down from $1,000 down to your last 100.
Yeah. So basically, just keep at it,
You know,
and you'll.
No.
I gotta say, Pete, the most impressive part of that entire story is the fact that that was such a triumphant win, and yet all you did in AC was break even.
Over the what is this? Over the course of 6 hours?
Oh yeah, like, no, two days, 2 fucking days, bro. Like the first day was probably
Literally
like 5 hours.
like 8 to
Yeah.
10 hours of gambling.
Yeah, and then the next day, yeah, it was probably gonna like five hours
But
at least.
It was a euphoric feeling, I imagine.
Fucking crazy.
Getting
Dude.
back.
It was weird because like I felt like I just like did something great, but then I was like, I just fucking broke even. Like I literally, yeah. I mean, whatever. Yeah. So
No, it was electric.
It was
When you
fucking
guys were at
electric,
the club, me and Pete looked at each other at one point. I was like, yo, you want to get out of here and go gamble? He's like, fuck yeah.
I was like, fuck
Me
it,
and Pete
let's go.
walked around the tables in Harris for like 25 minutes looking
Yeah,
for
it
a
was
table.
impossible.
Me and Pete were like this close to just sitting at a baccarat table and learning how to play baccarat, bro. $50 hands, bro. We were this close. We were like, we were both drunk. We were like, yo, like fuck it, let's fucking learn. I'm looking up on Google how to play baccarat, bro. Bro, we find a blackjack table. We're sitting at it. It's a full table. The dudes at the table with us, they're pretty chill. Like they're chill like
Yeah,
that.
no, they're cool.
We're sitting at the table for like an hour. I'm up like $200. I'm like, Amanda's just sitting at a chair and a slot machine behind us, not just existing, I guess. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but like, then let's go back and find everyone in the club. Pete's like, bet. I go to the bathroom. Pete's still sitting at the table. He's like, nah, we can't get up. Like, we gotta keep going. I'm like, oh, like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, bet. So I was up $200, lost it all.
Yeah, you were still up 50, I think.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
up
yeah.
50 going into the next day.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
was down 50 going into the next
No, because you were
day.
down. I think you won like 20. I
don't
don't know,
know.
but I know you didn't. You weren't.
I was either
yeah.
down or up like 25 or 50. Like
No,
going
but it
crazy.
was. I know, but that was upset. I didn't know you were up fucking $200. Like I thought you were like okay,
Bro,
like
I
broke
just
even, I'm getting
remember
off the
like
table.
I was so drunk at that point, and I just remember I was fucking hanging over the black. I was just sitting at the blackjack table like this. So we weren't.
No, me and you both had our hands on our chin. We're like,
we weren't fucking
like-
speaking to each other. Like we were
Bro,
so fucking locked in
that
and
was a
dialed,
fucking
bro.
business trip.
Yeah.
Like,
we were so
was
fucking
like a
locked
business
in, dude.
trip.
yeah, there was nothing like chanting. Like it was, bro. There was like music playing in the bar next to us. So, like fucking Kanye West is on, bro, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucking bumping. I'm like I'm playing my game, bro. I'm doubling it. I'm fucking splitting. I'm like, yeah, and then like whatever. I still lost, but I had a great fucking.
It was
time.
electric.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
it was great.
You know what, Pete? Your most important win and my most important win in AC was that Jenga game. That Jenga game against those girls. Big dubs. Me and Pete, dynamic duo in Jenga, bro.
Yeah,
just
no,
that simple. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, you ever play a game of pickup basketball and just absolutely smoke your opponents? And in the beginning, they were so happy to have you come and verse them.
Oh man.
Because that's what happened.
Bro,
They were so excited.
we went to
No,
Slate
that was
one
crazy. Yeah,
time.
they almost beat us.
I think you were there that one time at
Probably.
Slate. I don't know who was there, but I just me and Trunks like
Yeah,
left,
bro, I couldn't find you guys
left
anywhere.
Yeah, left the gang.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how Slate has like the board games and shit down there?
Great place,
Bro,
by the way.
me and Trunks played a Jenga game for literally an hour long. Bro,
long
I'm
Jenga.
telling you,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, Slate
Yeah,
had, like,
you
the
remember
fucking-
that?
Yeah.
You were there too.
I think I walked
Bro,
up fucking.
as I won, bro.
Yeah,
bro,
no, like,
the
I walked
people
up
were
to the
watching,
dub.
bro. Everyone was fucking
Yeah,
gathered
like,
around watching us,
giant
bro. Me and Trunks are fucking so fucking locked in, bro. It
We're
was
literally
crazy.
At a
It was
club,
crazy.
like music pumping, drinks flowing, and I'm wandering around.
Find
Bro, I'm wandering around looking for my friends, seeing fucking 3 people everywhere.
Bro.
And I look in I'm like, oh, what's going on back there? I stumble over there. I'm like, oh, somebody's playing. That's are they playing Jenga?
It was really insane. Like Trunks is in the chat right now. Like,
I walked
bro, the
up to
whole fucking
I walked
place was
up-
watching us, bro.
I
It
walked
was
up-
insane.
Yeah, bro. I walked up to the W. Like I walked up, I'm like, oh, they're playing Jenga, and all I see is like the other team that like Chris was versing. All I see is the fucking Jenga, and just Obi like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck did I just walk in on? And I just started celebrating. I was like, this is what we're doing, yeah. I was like, I know what we're
Oh
celebrating
yeah,
for.
that
but
was greatness, bro.
yeah, no,
That was
that's the
great.
definition of electric, 100%.
What did we do after that night? Do we remember?
Oh, I don't know. Oh.
No.
Oh, that was a good night. That was a good night. That was a good night.
the night I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Oh my
That
god,
was good.
And
that was great.
and that's the
that
end of
was
that.
fucking great, bro.
And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't talk about that on the podcast.
That's where that night ends.
Oh man, that was a good one. Oh
No,
man, that was a good
Keep
one,
going.
bro.
No. Oh my god.
That was good. That was really fucking
That
good.
was
bro.
electric.
That was fucking electric,
was
bro.
electric.
Oh man,
Oh.
that was the best, bro.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was one of the best nights of my fucking life, bro.
so out of place,
That was
man.
insane, bro. Oh,
Oh,
wow, good
man.
times,
Yeah,
bro.
good times
Good times.
indeed.
Shit.
And
Chris,
then-
were you working Hobra for St. Patty's?
Am I working?
Were you for the parade?
or-
He was at the other hole, bro. Yeah.
Where?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Was Chris working last year? Were you working last year at the St. Patty's Day or?
No.
Were you there? No, I don't. I wasn't there last.
Chris was with us St. Patty parade last
No.
year, right?
No.
No, he wasn't
Working
there.
that
I
too.
probably came after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I was
So this
gonna come
Sunday was
after, but like
Staten Island St. Patrick's Day parade.
Just
I don't know if other places do that.
I have no clue.
Like the first weekend of March celebrate St. Patrick's Day, even though St. Patrick's Day is in 2
I'm
weeks
pretty sure
on a
the
weekend.
The city does it too, Tom. Because I saw some.
I know,
people,
yeah, I
oh,
know. Like Hoboken does it
the
too. So
city
I don't know
does
how. I
it.
don't know how traditional
Whatever,
it
but
is.
regardless, maybe it's just an East Coast thing, and we're just a bunch of idiots that need excuses to drink. But like, which is true, we are.
I mean, yeah, we just drank and dressed in green, and it was I was awesome.
I was all white, all white.
My whole outfit was black, but I had like a green, whatever. I wore like the green chain and a fucking leprechaun hat, whatever.
I had everything on. I had chains. I had a t-shirt that said "Shut up, liver, you're fine." I had glasses that said "Lucky" on. Bro, how about this? I'm standing at the bar. Garcia's making me a drink. Shout out him. This girl comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, I like your glasses," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And she goes, "Can I try them on?" So naturally, I'm like, "Yeah." And then she goes, "Can I have them?" I'm like, "They're on your face, I guess so." And she just walked away.
Was this when you were with me or no?
No, I don't even know I don't know where everyone was. I was by myself, and I look around. I'm like, this girl just robbed me in broad daylight.
Bro.
I wanted to get those glasses off my face so fucking bad. I would have gave you mine. I didn't like this happened.
They were awesome, bro.
Bro, yeah, nah. St. Patty's Day, Hobro was packed.
Dude,
that
the
was number
bathroom
one.
was the worst.
Couldn't get in the bathroom.
Was the
I had
worst
zero pull.
experience.
I got people in, and then I got
Yeah.
someone. I got someone in the bathroom. Well, that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
was like, what?
not what I'm implying.
You let somebody cut the line for the bathroom.
Yeah. Anyways,
Trunks was wearing a little boa, which is a like ring of feathers around his neck, down to like his knees.
yeah, I had my Kyrie jersey on. Well,
Yeah.
your Kyrie jersey on.
My former Kyrie
And
jersey, yeah, but now I'm fat, so it
immediately
doesn't fit
upon
me.
walking in, Damiano said to me, he goes, "Aren't you a little too fucking old to wear a jersey?" And I immediately took that jersey off, felt self-conscious about myself.
You pulled up in a jersey.
And I had a Kyrie
go,
jersey
man.
on with the nice white tee underneath, and I was like, you know what? I needed green, and that was the only green thing I had. So of course, took the jersey off. Rest of the day, I had all white on. By the way,
bro.
half that outfit is now destroyed and ruined.
Yo, remember, most people don't love themselves, so why would you love their opinion about you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just didn't care enough
like-
about the jersey anymore. I took it off.
I mean, it's Damiano. It wasn't like some guy walked up to you. Know what I mean?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
Probably-
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no,
love Dams. I love
yeah.
Dams.
no.
But yeah, so I
should've
took it
fucking
off.
kept it on.
I took
That's
no,
what
I didn't
I'm
want it
saying.
on anymore. I honestly looked better without it. And then I put on like 3 green chains, so it like made the fit look better. Like I had something green on. But regardless, like the whole white outfit is fucking ruined now.
I was so
by the way.
confused. Yeah, because I peed. I was like, hey, you pulled it in white. I was like, oh, that's fire. You know what I mean? But where'd you put the jersey?
Hobra has it at the current moment. I think.
Oh shit.
I think I put it behind. I put it in the VIP section.
Did Seabass ever get his hoodie?
I didn't even know he gave it to someone.
His hoodie was in a bag, and all right, what?
Oh, it's at our friend's house. It's not a Hobro. Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, like it was a fun day. It was
Yeah.
a very fun day.
Dude, I had a great fucking time.
I'm gonna be honest. I was very upset that like half the time that I was there, I didn't even get to spend with you guys. I feel like I only spent like maybe
I didn't see a
half
lot
an
of you.
hour with you guys.
I didn't see a lot of you. I was
Yeah,
all
I
over the
was.
place.
They were preoccupied.
Bro, about fourth. What would we leave? Like 5:30, something like that. Nah.
I don't fucking
Fi-
know.
so
Yeah.
we're like,
Well, we were there for long.
I'm like,
we were there
yeah.
for long
So we
enough. I
got
was like,
there.
I was there for.
I
6
just
hours.
at
I
one
started
point,
drinking
bro,
at 10 o'clock in the morning. 9:30 in the morning. I started drinking, and then about 5 o'clock rolls around, and him and our other friend Seabass were like, "Yo, we're gonna go." I was like, "All right, whatever, let's go." We leave. We go to our friend's house, and Pete's like, "Yo, can we please go get sushi?" This kid Pete's been wanting to go all you can eat sushi for like the
Bro.
past week.
I've been feeling.
Yeah,
We mucked
Last
so
week?
much
Yeah.
sushi.
bro. I don't know if this is a hot take, bro. The Korean barbecue all you could eat trumps all you could eat sushi.
Really?
What
I never
clears
had it. Yeah,
I was there 2 nights ago with Amanda, bro. That shit is so good, bro. The Korean barbecue, bro.
Grayson Allen. I'm sorry. Grayson Allen has 28 fucking points, bro.
Why are they up 20? Oh my god.
Because Grayson Allen has 28
That
points.
is fucking. And I think he has 8 assists or rebounds.
So how good is that stuff?
The Korean barbecue? It's
I-
fucking
yeah,
fire.
it looks-
We went.
that
It
one
looks
time
We
when
went.
it was
amazing.
OD of us. That was
Yeah,
the
that was
problem. That it was
awful.
OD of us, and we had to cook the food, and we just made Chunks do it. But like when I go with my girl
Made
on
Chunks
dates,
chef it up.
like I think that, bro,
Trunks goes, we dead ass did a 9 to 5 at Hobro.
Bro, no, we really did.
those
Like,
meats are just
I was
so
fucking
good.
shocked by the time it
I
was.
just love meat in my fucking mouth.
You gotta go with a smaller group.
Yeah.
So I want to do it again. I definitely want
2 or 3 people. That's it.
Yes,
Yeah,
agreed.
Max.
Max, like, maybe
There's 4 of us on
That's
this couch,
pushing
so that's a
it.
little awkward.
That's
Somebody's not coming,
it's okay, man.
and since he doesn't have a microphone, he
okay.
can't defend himself. So you're not coming.
You beat now.
Trump said Kid Pete pulled up in a sweatsuit. I was wearing.
Bro, we were there the night.
Yeah, that was the night Damar
That
Hamlin.
was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Damar
yeah.
Hamlin
That was the
game.
same
Yeah,
night,
holy
yeah.
shit. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
It was the Bills versus the Bengals, and that was the night that
Yeah.
happened. Oh my God, that was wild, bro.
The best part is, the outfit I was wearing, I didn't realize it was a Nike tracksuit until you guys
Nah,
were like,
you were
yo,
you were crazy drip on. I saw pictures.
That was drip. You thought it was
That
drip?
was crazy. St. Patrick's Day.
I didn't know. I didn't
What's the
realize
Sophia
I was fucking
story?
wearing a tracksuit. I just threw on joggers.
Sophia. Oh, yo. So 1, 2, 3 and Trunks are at Sophia's 2 nights ago. And all of a sudden we're
Taco,
sitting
yeah.
there and all you hear is call an ambulance. And we're like looking around like, what the fuck?
I'm peeing, by the way.
Yeah, he's in the bathroom. He comes back to commotion. And some lady just like keeled over. She just fell.
Bro, the same shit happened when I went to the last
She's
Knicks
okay.
game I went to. I was in the bathroom and some dude just fucking
Yeah.
fell over.
We
and I
heard
was
she had a
just
peanut allergy reaction.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. Sophia's that night was just wild in general.
Yeah.
Just wild in general, but
Tacos were good.
yeah.
I didn't even eat a fucking taco. That's the best part.
You ate before, bro. You pulled up like an hour late.
Nah,
and you ate
before.
beforehand.
Bro, I was an hour late, and they just fucking sat down. So I was like, yo,
we
we're
like
lit.
just put our order in.
We had to wait, unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Wow, the first story time of ball game,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That was a fun time.
We're gonna do this a lot more often too.
We are. We
have
most
fun doing
likely
it.
are. Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
like I'm like fucking stuck in this couch right now. Like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you couldn't leave if you wanted to, bro.
No. I'm saying I feel like I'm stuck. Like I'm.
You got the outro?
So you gotta.
I'll do the outro.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Wow.
I think
I
that's.
think it's muted.
Nah, it's on.
I think that's everything.
Genuinely,
Genuinely.
Whoa.
Genuinely.
Genuinely, this was a very good time. I did enjoy this a lot. Obviously, we're still going to be talking a whole lot about sports. That's how we're going to start every show. That's the majority of it, whatever. But we also did want to bring this to you guys. We're probably going to do this every single show now. Just have a good talk, have some fun. If you guys have any topics, ideas that you want to hear us talk about at the end of these shows, even if it's debates or whatever, more than happy to have them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials. Go cop a hoodie, too. You should go do that.
Yeah.
We'd love that. Not going to push you to get the merch, but you should get the merch. Anyways, if you stuck around for the full thing, appreciate that. If not, don't matter, but love y'all.